Polymer clay I love because it will cross all ages and all mediums. You can tone it with lots of different colours to make all the shades that you desire. You can mix it with resins, you can mix it with all sorts of mediums, but not just jewellery. You can also do things like add it to your scrapbooking, your card making, and children will love it. It's a non-toxic medium, so perfect for all the family. It would just be an endless the amount of things you can make with it. I love it.
Get interactive with Jewellery Maker by liking our Facebook page and join over 55,000 like-minded people. Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Do you want to tell everyone about the great purchase you've made from Jewellery Maker? Do you want to shout about the great service you've received? Then why not download the Jewellery Maker's Viewer's Voice app, available for iPhone or Android, and record a video that could be played on Jewellery Maker. Simply search Jewellery Maker Viewer's Voice in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store and download our Viewer's Voice app straight to your phone or tablet. You can record as many videos as you like and send them straight to us here at Jewellery Maker. All you have to do is then carry on watching us as usual and wait for your video to be played. Download the JM Viewer's Voice app and you could be the next face we see here on Jewellery Maker.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about Jewellery Maker. Watch one of our easy-to-follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today.
Good afternoon, welcome to Jewellery Maker. If you've just tuned in, I'm Hannah Stuart, taking you through until 5 o'clock this afternoon, joined by the lovely Fleur. How are you, love?
I'm all right,
You've had a few PIMs, haven't you, today?
No, I've not. I've not had one.
What?
No, no.
What's wrong with you? It's our garden party here at Jewellery Maker today. There are so many customers out there. Do you know, as soon as I was driving in, I thought, hope there's PIMs. It's a you can't have a garden party without PIMs, can you? So I opened the fridge to put my lunch in there. It's full of Prosecco. Wow! And then I went into the workshop and it was full of pins. It's brilliant. Loads of our customers out there today, and thank goodness the sun's shining as well.
Yeah,
it's not
really
raining.
nice. Yeah.
We've been lucky, haven't we, that it's raining. No, that it's not raining even. Gosh.
It is a bit packed in there. There's quite a lot of people.
There is, isn't there?
And the marquee and everything. It looks
marquee
really good.
full of food.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Could have stayed there all day. If you have just tuned in and you are thinking, what have I missed today already? Go and have a look on the web, www.JewelleryMaker.com. And also, can I just say, I've just been doing a little bit of filming with our customers as well about the kit that we've got coming up tomorrow. Biggest saving. Do you know how many ladies? I took this kit round to our customers. There's a black diamond strand, there's a strand of blue diamonds, and there's 925 sterling silver. So many of our customers said, is this all in one kit? Yeah. Biggest saving tomorrow, £180 saving on the kit that we've got coming up tomorrow.
It is amazing.
There's only 30 though, that's the trouble. And there's about 50 people in the workshop that want it, so. Right, I'm going to start with a kit. Speaking of kits, this is gorgeous. Look at these colours. Oh, Fleur. They're just so pretty. I'm loving these. They are stunning. You have lavender opal in this kit that you've got here. This is a collector's gemstone, collector's strand, and a massive, massive carat weight that you've got there. Huge, huge carat weight. Not just your opal, but pearls and amethyst as well. 40 carats. How beautiful are these rounds? Do you know, it's not very often we get to see strands of amethyst like this, is it? You've got stunning 4mm rounds in this strand. Phil, I've got to ask, are they Zambian? Because they certainly look like Zambian amethyst. Of course they are. Of course. Really, really high end. If you want any amethyst, make it Zambian. This is the cream of the crop, in our opinion, here at Jewellery Maker. You've got such incredible, incredible saturation of colour. 40 carats in your rounds there. You also have your light orchid fresh water culture pearls there, 6x5mm in size. Do you know, at a glance, they look round, don't they? They really, really do. And the lustre and the pearlescence is magnificent. Do you know, I haven't even got to the jump rings yet, but I'm just thinking I could take that strand of lavender opal just by itself. And do you know what? I have no idea where we're going on price tag for this kit at all. But I'm going to say that this strand at $39.95 alone would be an absolute steal. You've got 65 carats of your lavender opal there. 6x3 to 9x5mm in your rondelles. $39.95. I'm in already. I'm getting mine. But that's not all you've got. You've got your pearls, you've got your amethyst. What would a kit with our Fleur be without jump rings? Can you imagine? I mean, what would you actually do if we sent you a kit with no jump rings? Would you send it back?
I've got one now. My second
Have
kit.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Challenge Fleur. Jump rings, we've got your 6mm and your 7mm jump rings, 200 of each there as well. I mean, what could you do with all of those jump rings, Fleur? 200 of each?
Well, you can, with the 6mm one, you could do a full Byzantine bracelet.
Okay.
With the 7mm one, you could do 2 half Persian bracelets. I've done 1 half Persian bracelet.
Wow.
But you could do 2 half Persian bracelets with 200.
My goodness me. It's just, they do go a long way, because I always think, and you might think this at home too, that with chainmail, that because you need a lot of jump rings typically, that they wouldn't necessarily go that far, but actually these do.
They do. Yeah, they do. They do.
That's phenomenal. Now, of course, you don't have to use your jump rings for chainmail if you don't want to. Typically, you use them kind of at the end of necklaces and the end of bracelets to attach your clasp to. And typically, am I right in saying you'd only use 2 per design?
Yeah, two per design, yeah.
So with 400, that's a lot of designs you've got there. You will get all 200, don't worry. 0800 644 655 is how you can get involved this afternoon, or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. £35.25 already. I mean, you take any one of those strands. The fact that we've got Zambian amethyst, lavender opal, and genuine pearls. £23.95. That is just a phenomenal value. Make sure you're getting involved and make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. A couple of ladies that I was just talking to in the workshop actually today that are here on our garden party were just saying the amount of times they miss out on deals because they think about it for too long. So many people were saying that. Yeah. You've got a 30-day money back guarantee. So once you've got this home, not from today, once you've got this home, you then have 30 days to think about it. If for whatever reason you change your mind, just send it back. Have a look at some of Fleur's design. Fleur, let me just ask you, with these earrings, I mean, you've got one each of each strand there, the lavender opal, the pearls, and the amethyst. What kind of price tag would you pop on those earrings?
I think they'd be between £10 and £15 because you've got opal and pearl and amethyst. You know, you've got the 3 gemstones that people probably have heard of outside of Jewellery Maker. So if you went down the high street and said, you know, can you name some gemstones, those would come up in conversation.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there.
And to have them in those colourways, because they're so tonal together and so beautiful together, they just work.
They're stunning, aren't they? In fact, you know what? I've got to be honest with you. This is probably one of my favourite kits ever that we've got now. Those purples are stunning. Great choice of gemstones as well. You know, we're looking at 3 incredibly high-end gemstones. I'm sure many of you that have tuned into us here at Jewellery Maker before have seen lavender opal around the £20 mark. $3.95 for Zambian amethyst, pearls, and all of those gem rings. Isn't that phenomenal? Fleur, these designs, look at this. What's this weave called, Fleur?
It's called Flowers in Baskets.
I love that. I've never seen that before.
No, it's a Byzantine. We're going to do that one in a minute. It's a Byzantine section, but with a Mobius ring in the middle. So that's the flowers and then the baskets in the middle.
Wow, I absolutely love that. And how long did it take you to kind of build a chainmail piece of that size?
If you've never done it before, if you said 3 hours, you would be able to do the whole section in 3 hours. If you know how to do Byzantine, you could probably do that in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it is a beginner's piece as well. Both the pieces today are beginner's pieces, both the necklaces.
Gorgeous.
So if you've never done chainmail before, these are absolutely perfect for you to have a go at. And because the jump ring sizes are great because they're the larger sizes, so they're easier for people to see and they work so well with these weaves that we're doing.
It's so effective as well, isn't it? You know, you get such a weighty look with chainmail. And if you are brand new and perhaps, you know, you've never done chainmail before and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure, can I just say that actually, as somebody that, you know, I don't do a lot of chainmail, but I've had a go every now and again, it is just a pattern and it's a case of opening and closing jump rings, you know, it is. And I have to say as well, Fleur, who does a lot of chainmail here at Jewellery Maker, so easy to follow as well. Because you've got your huge jump rings as well. It just makes it so much easier, doesn't it, to pick up?
It does. You can't really, if I was to do it in the correct sizes, it'd be more difficult to see where each jump ring has to go. But it is such an easy medium to get into as well, and it's quite addictive as well. So when you see jump rings, you know, you need to stock up on them. Like Hannah always says, I've got a bath full of them.
Yeah, bathe in them, don't you? Can I just say there's about 13 baskets right now. The only way that you can be successful is by completing your checkout, making sure that you get these home as soon as you can. Caroline Lancashire says, love this kit. Was all the demo pieces made from one kit?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's like, and I mean, when you look at the chainmail in these pieces as well, there's a lot there.
There is. And you know, even the rosary linking on the necklace nearest to you. You know, you use a jump ring to elongate those pieces as well. So it makes your gemstones go a lot more further than they would do if you were just going to rosary link them all together. You know, because you've got that big space of that jump ring, it really elongates it out and showcases each one of those opals in its own beauty.
Okay, I mean, bearing in mind as well, Fleur, that these are, you know, collector's opals, they're very rare lavender opals, and you've used a lot in this design. What kind of price tag do you think you're popping on?
That one would be about £55, that one. Yeah. Both the necklaces will be about £55. Because
so the money making potential for you is quite huge in this kit, isn't it?
Yeah, and the bracelet would be about £28 to £30.
I love that bracelet. I love them all, I've got to be honest with you. There are people multi-buying this kit, by the way, just so you know, quantity is falling very, very quickly. There are still about 25 in baskets, so do make sure you're checking out. There will be people missing out on this kit. I've got lots of you on the telephone lines at the moment. Do remember, it's a free telephone number, so it won't cost you a single penny to hold on those phone lines if you are there. But do stay there because the saving on this kit is absolutely huge. It's one of my favourite kits ever. It's those colours. I mean, who doesn't like purple?
That's it. And, you know, I was doing this kit and I had a few people around the house and they straight away, they gravitated towards these colours.
Yeah.
And they said straight away, they said it was like an English country garden. And I was like, it is.
Lavender
it's just
and
beautiful.
I was going to say those pansies, that's it. I'm not very green-fingered. But they are stunning. And I think actually just thinking about the fact that a lot of people do like purple. a lot of people's first purchases is amethyst as well, so a really, really versatile kit you've got there. Right, I'm going to bring you some more jump rings. I've got the 5mm jump rings and the 9, so we're literally going from one end to the other with size here, aren't we? 200 of your 5mm jump rings, and you've got 100 of your 9mm jump rings. So Fleur, what could I do with 109mm jump rings?
So the 9mm jump rings are great add-ons, so that you can make the half Persian weaves with them, no problem. You could do the butterfly weave with them as well, but they're great for things like the helm weaves, so the flatter weaves. They're really good for that. There's another couple of weaves called GSG that we've done before, and there's lots and lots and lots of weaves. It's not just like one weave per size. There's, you know, if you looked on the Male Artisans website, there's hundreds of weaves that you can do with each size. So that's what's so nice about chainmail, and what's so important about getting all the sizes, and the fact that we've got this great range of sizes. So these two together would make a perfect helm weave. You could do a full bracelet and earrings with that.
Fantastic. That's incredible. 300 in fact in total you've got there. 200 of your 5mm, 100 of your 9mm. Again, you know, if you are not somebody that's particularly into chainmail, these are essentials, you know, if you're finishing off your pieces. £6 and 95 pence. That is incredible.
For 300?
Yeah. Not each. For all of them, 300. That is phenomenal, phenomenal value. 200 of your 5mm, 100 of your 9mm at £6 and 95 pence. Bearing in mind that they are silver plated as well, and this is something that I always have to kind of stop and think about, because you know the prices of silver at the moment as well. There is silver here. You've got that silver plated. So you've got the luster of 925 sterling silver, and you know you've got that incredible look of 925 sterling silver without having the actual price tag. That is absolutely phenomenal. Sarah in Wiltshire's got 2, Sandra in Greater Manchester's got 2, Brenda in Surrey's got 3, well done to Janet in Lancashire's got 2, Anna in Manchester's got 2, Sally in Hampshire, you've got 2 as well. Congratulations. I mean, Fleur, you could with those 9mm jump rings, I'm just thinking, do you know what? I actually would quite like just to sit there and put all these together and just make a chain.
Just make a beautiful chain. That's what you could just link them 2 into 1. So take one of your large jump rings and add 2 small jump rings, and a large jump ring and 2 small jump rings. Makes a beautiful chain. It makes a really lovely anklet or charm bracelet, you know, something like that. Like I have done with the amethyst bracelet there. You could just, you know, just to hang gemstones from. They're so versatile, and like I say, once you get into chainmail, there's so many weaves that you can do, and you do need all these sizes to be able to do them.
They're fantastic, aren't they? Sandra in Oxfordshire says fab as always, Fleur. Can't wait to get my kit and start making. Big hug from Sandra.
Oh, thank you, Sandra.
Do you know, I love that when you come in. I'm the same. I got my meter of pearls today, by the way.
I got 6. 3 for me and 3 for Claire.
Tell you. It's always something that goes one better.
Can't resist.
I don't know why. You know, when you think afterwards, I only got 1. Why did I only get 1? I mean, it is a meter, to be fair. I picked mine up today. It's so exciting, though, isn't it, when you get these parcels home, and you must be the same at home, when you get a whole kit home and you can't wait to start working on it. I mean, look at these pieces, they're phenomenal. Well done if you managed to get those. If you've got the kit in your basket, they are not far off sold out now, so do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Right, okay, Fleur, so what are you going to show us then?
So we're going to do the butterfly weave.
Okay.
Which is the one that's closest to you. So in that section there, there's 2 butterflies, and then there's a butterfly with a 3rd wing. So so each wing, if you like, is called a butterfly wing.
Okay.
So we're going to show you how to do the one on the side to start with, and then it will become obvious where how you do the 3rd wing as well. So it's just a repetition, and that's all chainmail is. It's just a repetition of a pattern all the time. So I'm going to use my 7mm outer diameter jump ring for the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add on 8 of the 6mm jump rings.
Okay.
Because we need 4 for each wing, if you like.
Yeah.
So I've now got all 8 onto one and close. Now, because we're going to work on one side and then the other, what I'm going to do is take a little piece of wire and just wire these out the way so they don't get mixed up, and it's easier to see. So
would you be doing that with the normal size jump rings?
Yeah, because there's not much room left onto this jump ring, so they can sort of like jump back down into the side that you're working on, and you can get a little bit confused which one. So it's easier just to wire 4 of them out of the way and keep the 4 that you're going to work on. Okay, so I'm now going to work on just these purple 4 jump rings, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split them into 2 pairs. I'm going to take an open jump ring and I'm going to go through each pair, so I'm just connecting a pair together, if you like. Yeah. So that's one on one side and one on the other. So now I've got like 2 pairs separated apart, that you can see there. So what I'm going to do now is go back to these original 4 jump rings.
Okay.
And if we look at them and we number them 1, 2, 3 and 4, I'm going to ignore number 1 and number 4, and I'm just going to put a jump ring on number 2 and number 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to take an open jump ring. Again, these are all the 6mm ones, and I'm just going to go through number 2 and number 3. So what I've got now is I've got them starting to stack on top of each other. Okay, so what I'm going to do on one side, I'm going to now turn it over so you can see the gold jump ring there. When I turn it around, there's not a gold jump ring on that side, so I need to mirror image that jump ring that I've just popped in. So again, go back to the original 4, ignore number 1 and number 4, and just go through number 2 and number 3 and close. So now what I've got is I've got a set of jump rings sort of like all stacked on top of each other. So I turn it to the side, you can see how they're all stacked together. Now can you see right in the very middle of where the 2 red jump rings cross, I've got that marquee shape. So either side of that marquee shape, that's where my next 2 jump rings are going to go. So once you can see that lovely marquee shape in the middle, it's these 2 areas either side of where we're going to go next. So the easiest way to do it is to hold it in front of you. Because then the jump rings fall into place, and you can see where it's going to go. So basically what I'm going to attach is the front and the back gold jump ring and this right hand side red jump ring. So I'm just going to go through that gap there. So can you see where that's gone through? So if I turn it to the side, you can see there that I've just attached those 3 jump rings together. And I'm going to close that one up. And now what you need to do is do the same on the other side, but what I do, because I'm right-handed, I always find it easier to work on my right-hand side. So just turn it around, which is what this handle's really good for as well. Turn it around, and exactly the same, I'm now going to attach the gold jump rings together with this new right-hand side jump ring. And go through that gap there, and close. And what I've got now is I've got 1 wing of my butterfly weave. So that's my first wing in place. So now what I'm going to do is ignore that side there and now work on this side, and we'll do it a little bit faster on this side because we've now got the hang of where it's all going to go. And this won't come out of shape when you let it go, so it's not like you have to try and work out where it's going to go from there. So go back to my original 4 and exactly the same on this side. I'm going to separate them out and pop a jump ring through each pair. That's one side. And then one through the other. I've got jump rings everywhere because I've been doing a demo in the other place.
You were doing well, I tell you. Our customers, there was no seats left for our Fleur, not for our Fleur, for the customers watching our Fleur. The customers were sat on the floor. We were sat on the floor, pitching up, watching your demonstration. It was great.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my original 4 again, and this is where we're going to put the jump ring on the number 2 and number 3 jump ring. So move 1 and 4 out the way. So then you've got those 2 there in the middle. So the middle 2 jump rings pick up one side, and so you're going to go through there. And now what I do on one side, I'm going to turn around and do on the other. So again, going back to those original 4 and go through number 2 and number 3. So what I've got now is I've now got that gap again either side of that marquee shape, where I can go through with open jump rings and go through that gap. So I'm going to collect the 2 red on either side, front and back, and the right hand side green jump ring and close. And then the same, I'm going to turn it around so that I can see it easier. And again, go through this side and connect through the side. So again, I've gone through the 2 red and the side green. And close. And what I've got now is I've got a full butterfly weave.
So it's really, isn't that gorgeous?
So just with a few jump rings you can create just one of these butterfly weaves. Now in the middle there I have created a Mobius ring in the middle. So that's what we're going to do that next with the next little bit. So what you can do is you can either leave the jump ring plain in the middle, or you can make a Mobius ring in the middle to give it a little bit more substance, if you like, to the weave. But then if you want to do the 3rd one as well, you just add another 4 jump rings to that middle jump ring, and then you do your 3rd wing for the centre section of that necklace.
That's gorgeous. I love that. I've got a huge bunch. Do you know what? I can't believe these are 925. I didn't even know we did packs this big. Do you know, actually, this takes me back to a phone call. We had a pack of 925 sterling. So this is the only time I've ever had this many as well, once before. And instantly I got on the phone to Fleur. I was like, you need to tell me, what could I do with 200 jump rings, 925? And you made that necklace, didn't you?
Yes, you can do a full, same weave as the bracelet, a full necklace in 925.
And if I remember rightly, when I asked you that day, you said you'd put a price tag on it of around £80.
Yeah, 70 to £80.
It's 925 solid sterling silver, and that'll be why. Incredibly high end. You've got a beautiful precious metal here. A beautiful precious metal. It is the most lustrous, and also, you know, this is going to add value to any of your pieces. So it might not be that you're necessarily doing chainmail pieces, but maybe that you've got a commission. Somebody wants this gorgeous lavender opal from the kit in a bracelet or a necklace with 925 sterling silver. That would be my preference. You know, I've got to be honest. A collector's gemstone, you couldn't compromise on your precious metal. So for me, it would be 925 sterling silver. So it might just be that again, you are typically using 2 per design and using that to finish off a bracelet or a necklace if you wanted to, or you know, just using a few as spacers in designs as well if you want to pop them in between your rounds just to throw in that luster, but also so you can attach charms there if you want to. 925 sterling silver jump rings. How many grams? Whoa! 34 grams of 925 sterling silver. That's phenomenal at £44.95 for you today. ZKDL07 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655 is how you can get involved this afternoon. If you've got things in your basket, make sure you're checking them out because it is really, really busy here today. Elizabeth in Lanarkshire says, hi ladies, love your designs, Fleur, just beautiful. Any sterling silver jump rings? Need 5mm and 7mm, please. We've got 7mm, they're coming up for you next. Brilliant. They're 9mm. They're huge, aren't they?
They are, and they, like we said, you know, when we introduced the 9mm size jump ring, it opened up nearly 100 new weaves that I could bring to air, you know, that we could show how to make, because that extra size, you know, of that jump ring. But the processes that go into making jump rings, you couldn't make them for that. You couldn't buy the sterling silver for that.
I was just going to say, you know, when you think about how much sterling silver there is, I mean, 34 grams. If that was wire.
Yeah.
My goodness me.
A lot of wire and a lot of wastage as well, because you can't use the first little bit and the last little bit as well. Yeah. So to get them ready-made and ready tumbled and so beautifully cut as well, because that's what's the difference between your chainmail being sort of like lovely and professional and maybe catching on your clothes a little bit, is because these go back together so beautifully.
I mean, on loads about jump rings, you know, a lot of the time we struggle to see where they've actually been cut, and if you have a look at this one here, I mean, it takes you, I mean, that's only because I've just ran my finger across it that I can feel it, but you look at that for a clean cut.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal, isn't it? And that's what you want, isn't it? You know, high-end pieces with high-end finish. They're gorgeous. Right, I shall let you carry on.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is going to do the next necklace, which is what we call the flowers in baskets.
Wow,
so it is just basically a Byzantine weave, but instead of the centre section just being a single jump ring, we've made a Mobius ring out of that centre. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a Mobius ring, and then you can then, if you want to do the butterfly weave with the Mobius ring in the middle, you can then do the same sort of process. So it's really simple. It only takes 3 jump rings to do a Mobius ring. So I'm going to take 1 closed jump ring and I've got 2 open jump rings. Now if I hold this horizontal and you imagine it like a clock face, I'm going to go down through the middle, from the top, down through the middle, about 4 o'clock. Right. Now this only works if you keep putting the jump ring in the same way. Right. So you can't put one in from the bottom and then drop it and then flip it round and pop one up into the, you know, the other way around. It just won't spiral round each other. So I've now just attach those 2 jump rings together, so they're like linked together. Yeah. So I've added the green one in my right hand, so I'm now going to pop that across to my left hand and hold them both in my left hand. I'm now going to take my next open jump ring, exactly the same. I'm going to go down through the middle of both of those jump rings and close. And now what I've got is I've got 3 interlink. If I just lay it down on the thing, I've now got, if I spread them out, you can see how they interlink together. So when you push them together, they create like this little infinity knot, if you like a never-ending circle. So that's going to be the basis of my Byzantine section. So from here now, I can now use that as I would do the middle of when I create my Byzantine. But this is going to be the middle, and we're going to work out either side. Yeah. So I'm now going to add on 2 more jump rings. So what I've done with this weave is I've used the 6mm to create these sections and the 7mm to create the Mobius ring.
Okay.
So when you do Byzantine, you need 3 sets of 2 to be able to fold it back into a Byzantine knot. So I'm going to imagine my Mobius ring is my first pair, these purple jump rings here is my second pair, and my third pair are going to just go on there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold these back like I would do a normal Byzantine section. So I let the first pair fall either side. I'm going to give them a little squidge together, so I'm going to hold all of them together apart from that middle pair.
Right.
And if you give them a little squidge, these second 2 open up.
Okay.
And what you're looking for is the 2 outside jump rings that will then say, you know, these are where the next jump rings need to go, if you like. So I'm now going to just pull that through, and you can see how
look at that.
it creates that little Byzantine knot.
Yeah.
Okay. So because this is a pairs weave, if you like, so everything happens in pairs, we're going to pop another jump ring through there just so it sort of like follows the suit. So that's my first section. I'm now going to go and move on to my second section. So again, just ignore the first section, go back to your Mobius ring and add on another 2 pairs. So as long as you've got 2 pairs that you add on, you can then fold them back into that Byzantine knot. That's my first pair, and my second pair. Ooh, it's alive. That's why they're called jump rings, I think. I still don't know why they're called jump rings.
Do you know?
No.
Well, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, they leap around everywhere. So again, exactly the same as what we did on the other side. I'm going to hold that Mobius ring, let the first pair fall either side, open up the second pair, and then when you give these a little squeeze, they'll just sort of like pop up, and you can then take your next open jump rings and just collect them together. And you know straight away when it goes into that Byzantine knot. If you've got the wrong pair, it won't pull up into this little knot. That's my first jump ring in place. And again, just to finish it off, pop the second jump ring through as well. And what you've got then is, instead of having a normal Byzantine section, you've got that little Mobius ring within the middle, so it gives a little bit more depth to the weave as well. But you can create this by just starting with 2 pairs and then adding in from that as well. What I then did is I then did a lot of these sections and then added them together with Mobius rings. So then just connected them all together. So if I just quickly make another one while you do that, and then I can show you how they
So that was the 7mm jump rings? 7
and 6.
7 and 6. You can do that. That's brilliant, isn't it? Again, just to point out, there's a good 13 baskets still of the kit. That's going to be sold out by the end of the show. I tell you, that price is just phenomenal. I've got some more 925 sterling silver jump rings for you. These ones, are these 7mm? Ah, there you go. So you could do that with these, couldn't you? And in fact, because they are 925 sterling silver, it might not be that you want to make, a full-on bracelet. You might just want a small section. I'm just going to show you a bracelet that I've got coming up for you later on. Have a look at this. 925 sterling silver. It comes in 2 halves, actually, this bracelet. So Fleur's just popped in a little bit of chainmail in the centre. How fab does that look? I tell you, we gave her the bracelet, she gave it me back in 3 minutes like this. Woo, she's good. So you have a huge amount, again, of your 925 sterling silver jump rings. So 50 pieces, typically you're going to get 25 pieces of jewellery from this. Unless you're doing chainmail, you might want to incorporate them all into the same design. 0800 644 655 OWRF 82, final 100 chances. Might sound like a lot, but it really, really isn't, especially, don't look Fleur, because you're not at home, at £6.90. That's for 50 jump rings. Do you know, if that was 29.25 sterling silver, I would say that's incredible.
And you can still create like 3/4 of a bracelet with 50 in the half Persian weave, and then pop one of your pearls or one of your, whatever gemstone of your choice on the end, just to make up that extra little bit, for your bracelet length. And then your clasp as well, because your clasp takes up quite a lot of the room. So with 50 jump rings, you can create quite a few with the butterflies as well. You could create the centre section there with the butterflies.
I mean, that is just unbelievable, that price. I'd expect that price tag for kind of silver plated, but 925 solid sterling silver at 695, that is just incredible. And again, just to reiterate that as we know here at Jewellery Maker, we've been telling you for the last couple of weeks that silver prices have gone up a lot over the last month or so. So silver prices, don't be surprised if they start to rise here at Jewellery Maker as well, because obviously we're going to be paying more for our sterling silver now on in. £6.95 for the grammage that you've got here is phenomenal, phenomenal value. Over half of the stock is gone. I've got to say, I've got lots of you multi-buying. Debbie in New Jersey has got 3. Josie in Worcestershire's got 3. Annie in Somerset's got 3. Jane in Yorkshire's got 3. Well done, Moby. Do you know, loads of people. Anna's got 3 as well. Loads of you buying 3s of these. And if you are doing chainmail, you know, you're going to want that many. Yeah, with 3 packs, you could do a beautiful box weave bracelet, which is exactly the same as Byzantine. But where we just said Byzantine takes 3 sets of 2 before you can fold it back. Box weave, you just do 2 sets of 2 and then fold it back. So it's lots of Byzantine, not stacked one on top of each other. So yeah, it's a really beautiful weave, and it's a little bit more denser. So yeah, you would need about 150 to be able to do that weave, and then have a gemstone either side. Yeah. Oh, that would look incredible, wouldn't it? $6.95 as well. Wow. Pretty much every other person is multi-buying 2 or 3. That's exactly what I would be doing. Right. Gold-plated for you.
They're lovely.
Wow. I mean, this is, and I always think as well, you know, it's great to have the different options if you sell your jewellery, because you know my preference is 925 sterling silver, but for the next person it might be gold, you know. So having, oh no, how many do we have? 75 chances is all we have. They are gold plated, 925, 9mm in size.
You can't buy those anywhere. You can't get...
You couldn't, could you?
You can't even buy the... I've never seen the wire to buy them, you know, to be able to make them myself.
Well, yeah, that is just phenomenal. And again, if I just hold one of these up for you, you can see, you know, that cut is just so clean. You know, that's what you want. You want them finished perfectly. You want quality. If you want quality and you want great prices, you are in the right place, let me tell you. £5.95. JRRF 40 is your cut. Again, loads of you buying 3s and 2s of these. A massive, massive well done. But what can I do with 20 jump rings?
So with 20, you can do the reverse towel flower, which takes this size and it takes 19, and it's on the mixed media DVD, the birthday DVD that we've just done. So it's on there if you want to have a look at that DVD, and it's I think it's the first section.
Is that how you pronounce it? Tower.
Tau.
Tau.
T-A-O.
Yeah, I know it's. And when you know when you see it, and I was thinking, am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, Tao. I thought it was Teo, and someone said no, it's Tau.
Tau. Brilliant.
Reverse towel flower.
JRRF40. Well done to Rosalind in Tyneway. You've got 2. Lola in London's got 2. Barbara in Gloucestershire's got 2. Anna in Greater Manchester's got 6. Collector in Surrey's got 3. Josie in Worcestershire's got 2. Annie's got 2. Pauline's got 2. Colleen. Do you know what? There's literally 2 people, 3 people that haven't multi-bought. Everyone else has got 2 or 3.
You only need 3 for Mobius, as we've just shown, so you could do a pair of Mobius earrings with 6 jump rings. And if you've got the other sterling silver ones, the 9mm sterling silver, you could mix the metals as well, which will make it look really 3D, because you can see that one, because one will just intertwine around the others.
That would look so nice as well, wouldn't it?
Beautiful, yeah. Really
no reason why you can't mix up you know your precious metals. So this one on the bracelet, Fleur, which one is this?
So that's the Byzantine triangle. And that's using the 5mm jump rings, 5mm sterling silver or 6mm silver plated, because obviously the sterling silver is made on a slightly thinner wire because the platings make up a little bit more. Yeah.
But that's pretty, isn't it? And that's just an example of a design whereby you don't have to actually use loads of jump rings, but still really effective, isn't it? And that didn't take you long at all, did it?
No. Not at all.
Done.
But you could, with that bracelet, you could just put one of those gold jump rings in the middle, just to connect it all together and have a mixed metal look with just one jump ring in the middle.
How pretty would that look? See, mix up your precious metals as well. Loads of designers doing that at the moment as well. And it's really, really effective. £5.95. Phenomenal. Well done if you've managed to get that. I've got to say as well, Webbers, hot on your heels. You're all checking out straight away. There's only 3 people with that in their basket still. Right, Fleur.
Okay, so now what we need to do is connect these together, and we're going to connect them again with a Mobius. But because we've made our Mobius separate, we just need to learn how to connect 2 pieces together with a Mobius. Right. So this would be my second piece, if you like. This is the piece that I've just made, so you can see how it's all jumbled up. There we go. Slight panic
jumping around.
So in effect, these 2 ends now need to be connected together. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take an open jump ring, and again I've used the 7mm, and I'm going to just connect the 2 ends together. So I've got it now connected into a chain, if you like. Yeah. So if I just So you can see there it's now in some sort of chain. But that one central jump ring by itself, I wanted it to look a bit more pretty.
Okay.
Well, not that it doesn't look pretty just by itself, but I wanted to create the same Mobius look all the way through.
Yeah.
So what I need to do now is go through the same 2 pairs, exactly the same, but before I close this one, I need to cross it underneath. So I'm going to go down and underneath so it starts to create that Mobius or that intertwined look. So what I've got now is I've got 2 jump rings intertwined together, and then for my third one I'm going to go exactly the same, so go through the 2 pairs. Now this time you need to make sure that you go through both of those single jump rings that you've just created and close, and what that's now done is it's created this Mobius flower within the 2 pieces. So if I just sort that out, so that, there we go. So that's how you create that centre section there. So if I just turn it there, so again it's just creating and turning, you know, turning something that would just be connected together into something that's got a bit more interest to it, if you like. And again, if you've got those gold or rose gold, you know, you could mix the metals in that section so you could really see where that piece is going to go.
Wow, that would look incredible. Speaking of rose gold.
I love rose gold.
Oh. Sorry, Phil. Did you want me to wait? These, huge price drop on these. Rose gold, you know, we were saying the other day that actually it's something that is so on trend at the moment, isn't it, rose gold? You know, in your ladies' jewelry, but in your gents' pieces as well. It's so warming, it's so feminine. And just check out the rose gold with this purple kit. You know, I'm always saying pinks and purples, it's got to be rose gold, hasn't it? Look at those. If you came in and got the kit, come in and get the rose gold jump rings as well. Rose gold plated 925, they're your 7mm jump rings, £12.95 for 50 pieces. Not your price tag today. 0800 644 655 UNRF 97. Unbelievable. £7.95. That's rose gold plating so high. I'm thinking bridal, Fleur, you know, rose gold. Perfect.
If you just did a little Mobius flower with a pearl as a pendant, you know, you could do that absolutely beautifully. It's taken 3 of those jump rings, or one of the amethysts, or one of the opals. Those do complement that kit so beautifully.
This is like a kit made in heaven, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rose gold jump ring. Look at all the purples. How there are still some of these kits left, I have no idea. The kit will come at the bottom of your screen. The code will be at the bottom of your screen. You've got to check that out. That saving is ridiculous. You've got lavender opal, and we took that down to £23.95, is it? Ridiculous town. And now you've got rose gold jump rings, rose gold plated jump rings at just £7.95. Loads and loads of you there. If you've got these in your baskets, check out, otherwise you will miss out on this opportunity. UNRF97 is your code for this one. 50 gone straight away. Loads of you multi-buying again, so massive congratulations. If you do want to take 2 or 3 of these, 4 of them, 5 of them even, as many as you like, you can take them. If we've got quantity, we don't limit you to how many you can check out per customer. So if you've got budget today to enable you to get 5 of these home, do it, because they're at just £7.95 for you. 0800 644 655. Melody in Mississippi, you've got 2. Angela's got 2. Miriam, you've got 3. Mo in Cheshire's got 2. Jane's got 2. Collector in Derbyshire, you've got 3. Rosalind in Tyne and Weir, you've got 2. Alexandra's got 2. Julia's got 2. Annie's got 2. Angela in Greater London's got 2. Lindsay in Buckinghamshire's got 2. Whoa, there's just so many of you there. I can't keep up to date. So busy, let me tell you. And our poor customer, I say poor customers, at the garden party, they're missing out on all of this.
I bet they've found the Wi-Fi code and logged in and buy in.
Definitely, definitely. I hope they have. And that's the thing up here. They're all managing to watch because the screen's on in the workshop, but the signal's not great. On your phones, is it all for internet?
No.
It's rubbish up here. £7.95. Claire in Devon, Maxine, Carol, Joan, Michelle, Elizabeth, Lou. Just make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. If you've got a phone in your hand right now, you can still do it. All you need to do is press your number 1 button, get through to the call centre and confirm as soon as you can. Tell you what, Fleur, you're missing out on all of these jump rings.
That's what I'm just thinking. I'm thinking I should have. And my buyer's here, isn't she?
Yep.
My buyer's here.
Drinking Pims.
Yeah.
That'll be our the other half of the Chuckle Brothers, that's Claire. Or Flair, as they are known collectively.
That's what we should be. Should have t-shirts made.
Yeah, Flair.
Flair. Very good.
Right, I'm going to let you carry on, lovely.
Okay. Right, so the last one we're going to do is the actual bracelet itself, which is the half Persian weave. And with the half Persian weave, getting it started's the bit that everybody finds tricky.
Okay.
And then once you've got it started, it is so much easier to sort of like recreate, if you like. But with this weave, it doesn't take very many jump rings because it's a flat weave, and you use half of them that are closed and half of them that are open.
Right.
So it's a really nice one to use with your sterling silver ones, say. And that you do need the 7mm size. So if you wanted to do this with those beautiful rose gold ones, then it'd look lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 closed jump rings and add it onto 1 open jump ring.
Yeah.
And close. And what I'm going to do now is just split them out so they're in pair. So these 2 gold jump rings now, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to pop this right-hand jump ring underneath the one that I'm holding in the left hand. And you can see that green one there is just loose now.
Yeah.
So that just has to stay loose. So if you've got that bit correct to start with that bit loose, then you know that the start of your weave's going to be okay.
Right.
So always making sure if you're right-handed, it goes underneath. If you're left-handed, you're obviously going to pop the left hand jump ring underneath and then chainmail this one.
Yeah.
So I'm right-handed, so I'm going to go underneath with the right jump ring and create that marquee shape again. So you can see that lovely marquee shape in the middle. What I'm going to do now is take my next jump ring. Now this loose jump ring has to be near the top because I don't want it to interfere with where my next jump ring is going to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the middle of that marquee shape. Now if I lay this down, you can see straight away how the pattern's starting to appear just by going through that eye shape, that marquee shape. Now before I close this jump ring, I need to add on another closed jump ring so that I can then carry on the weave. So I'm going to pop the closed jump ring on. Now this jump ring has to sit underneath. So the jump rings that I add in that are open sit on top, and the closed jump rings that I add sit underneath. Okay? And then I can close that jump ring up. So my next marquee shape is here. Can you see it just there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go with my next open jump ring, and I'm going to go, the way that I do it is I go underneath the first one and then underneath the second one. So I've only collected those 2 gold jump rings and not collected anything else. And it naturally now is sitting on top of the previous green jump ring.
Yeah.
So before I close this jump ring, I need to add on another closed jump ring. So I'll pop that jump ring on and then just sit it underneath. Now with the smaller size jump rings, these are super sized, just because of the actual, you'll be able to see them properly. So in the smaller jump rings, you know it will hold itself together a lot easier. So that's my next jump ring in place. And then you're just going to carry on in the same way. So just remembering to come from the underneath, pick up the first jump ring and across to the second jump ring. So you're going to go through that marquee shape that they create when they cross over, and it'll lay naturally on top. So you know when it's in the correct place, because it will naturally want to sit on top of the previous jump rings. So the open one sits on top and the closed one sits underneath. So I'm going to pop my closed jump ring on, and then you just have to lift it up a little bit and just place it underneath. With the smaller jump rings, it will naturally want to go underneath. It's just these larger jump rings are technically the wrong size to be able to do this weave. Now once you get a little bit quicker at this weave, what you can do is put your closed jump ring already onto your open jump ring, and then all you need to do then is just go underneath, and you can see how it's naturally sat underneath there, and come up and through and close. So you're going to carry on doing that, and like we say, with 57mm jump rings like the rose gold ones there, you would get about 5 or 6 inches of that weave with 50. You wouldn't need, you know, if you had 2 packs, you could do a whole bracelet and earrings and maybe a centre section for a necklace as well. So it's really, really quite a nice weave for very little jump rings. Now this weave's really nice because on one side it creates this look. If I turn it over, it creates a completely different look. So you can use this weave on either side. So you know the big necklace that I made, the wedding necklace last year that you were wearing, the way that I got that to look so different but with the same weave is just use one part of it one way and then flip it over and use the other part of it the other way. So it's like a 2-in-1 if you like.
That's brilliant.
Because you can actually use them both together. But for weaving purposes, when you're weaving it together, you need to be able to see half and half of each jump ring. Now to finish it off, all you're going to do is go underneath the last 2 jump rings, the same as before, and close that jump ring off. So you don't add a closed jump ring on to finish it, and then what you've got then is when I lift it up, you've got a weave that then sits together, and like I say, when you turn it over, you've got one look. And then when you turn it the other way, you get the other look.
I think that's quite a good one to start with.
Yes,
as well, isn't it? Because it's very easy, and you can see, can't you?
Once you've got the hang of this weave, keep a little starter section of it, because the starting of it is the little bit tricky, just because it won't sit how you want it to sit, and if it drops on the floor, it goes like one of those Chinese puzzles, and you can't work it out where it all goes. But again, you can pop a little bit of wire through the end here, so you've got something then to hold on to and know which end you're going to work from. But yeah, then you can then just go through with a smaller jump ring and then just attach your clasp at either side.
Wow. Love that. You see, give it a go. It's so, like I say, it's addictive, isn't it?
It is addictive.
It's the kind of thing you just don't want to stop doing, because I think you get very quick results as well, don't you?
And such finished results as well. Yeah,
love that. You're going to need somewhere to put all those jump rings.
You've not got a spare bath.
Yeah. I always talk about Fleur bathing in her jump rings. I can't even begin to imagine what her house must look like. Chainmail chandelier, what else? Chainmail tiebacks, maybe. I can just imagine everything. 3 storage boxes I've got here. They don't have to be for your jump rings. You can use them for absolutely anything that you want. You could put your strands in here, any of your gemstones, any of your findings, work in progress, you could pop in there. Transparent means that you can see exactly what you're looking for without having to rifle through everything. A lot of you, I know, kind of have things in alphabetical order of gemstones, or colour coordinated as well. That was the word I was looking for. So you could do that if you want, but also with these boxes, you can write on them if you want to in permanent marker. You can stick sticky labels on them to label them up. So you could have your 7mm jump rings, your 9mm jump rings, your 5mm jump rings, any of it, absolutely anything. In fact, so many of you use them for other things apart from gemstones and findings and jewellery, like spices, like cosmetics. It's up to you. You don't have to use them for anything that we sell here at Jewellery Maker. But what I can tell you is that this deal, it really makes me want to do it in that, you know, that advert. You buy one, I can't help it. But you get 2 free, basically. Not buy one, get one free. Buy one, get 2 free. £4.95 for all 3 boxes you've got there. 0800 644 655, or on the web at jewellerymaker.com. I mean, you could get loads of these in your craft bag as well.
Yeah, you can. Craft bag. Yeah, you can. Well, any of the craft bags really that we do, you can get lots of them in. But I think these are all right for polymer clay as well, I think.
Yeah, we'll double check that. Sometimes they have a thing on them, but these ones haven't, but we will double check that for you.
Have to check with Debbie. Debbie Bulford will be able to say whether they are perfect for that. But they're great if you've got sterling silver findings or rose gold findings. You can have them all.
Speak of the devil, Debbie Bulford. Tell you what, she's everywhere. Can you use these? Can you store your polymer clay in these ones? Yes, she says yes. Yes, you can.
The Oracle says yes.
Yes. AOGC24 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. Excuse me. Lindsay in County Durham, you've got 2. Weldon Collected in Surrey's got 3. Sophie in Hertfordshire, you've got 2. Lola in London's got 3. Glenda in Greater Manchester's got 3. Avis has got 2. Loads of you multi-buying for these. You can never have enough storage. So many of you, I see your names every auction. For the whole 4 hours that I'm here, you're going to need some storage to put your pieces in. You really, really are. About 20 in baskets right now. Just get checking out as soon as you possibly can. Excuse me. I don't have measurements on these. I'm just going to check for you. They're approximately 5.5 by 3. Approximately 5.5 by 3, and about 1.25 deep there for you. So quite sizable. You're going to have to get a lot in there. I mean, you could fit hundreds and hundreds of jump rings.
Yeah, you could do your finished pieces as well. You know, if you're at a craft sale and you're making jewellery as you're there, you can take them back with you. And they hang up as well, so you could hang them so you could see what's in them.
Didn't even notice that little bit on there. You can. That's brilliant, isn't it? So good. Everything's compact. You're going to be able to find it very, very easily. Time is money, as jewellery makers, as we all know. So if there's anything that you can get home that's going to make your life a little bit easier, do it. 0800 644 655. Well done if you've got them in your basket. Just make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Well, most of you are today. I've got to say, there's not many people hanging around today. Well done. Right, Fleur, have you got anything else to show us? Or you
Finished.
She's finished. Brilliant. Can I show you my bracelet again? Have a look. Look at the silver. You're not even going to believe where this is going on price. I know where this is going on price, by the way. I was way off. Way off. 2 parts this bracelet comes in as well. So Fleur's added a little bit of chainmail and a pearl in the centre there. It's gorgeous. That's coming up for you about $230, I believe. Fabulous. Not too long. Deal of the day for you today. What is the deal of the day? Oh, abalone. All 3 strands. Do you know? Now, I've met so many people this morning at the garden party. I tell you, there was no cucumber sandwiches though. But we did have PMs, so that's fine. One of the ladies, oh gosh, I've met Debbie, I've met Gail, can't remember this one lady's name, but she was saying how on trend abalone is. And she was telling another lady to get some abalone. She said, if there's any in the shop, make sure you get some because it's so on trend this season. And it really, really is. So I've got your deal of the day. Ovals, rectangles, and drops pairs coming up for you a little bit later on. Now, this is funny that we should have this strand because the whole time I've been stood next to Fleur, I've been looking at her necklace. Yeah, this is very similar, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Very, very similar to what you've got on today. These are stunning. So much pearlescence you have. Last to stock. I've only got 15 chances. White freshwater culture pearls, 10 to 11 millimetres in size. Beautiful coins you've got there. Fleur, what have you done with yours? Have you knotted them? Have you?
Do you want to,
yeah.
Do you want me to pass them to you?
Well, if you wouldn't mind.
Finally.
Did you go for coloured thread with that one?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Let's have a look. Oh, wow. So these are slightly smaller, the ones that Fleur is wearing. Oh, look at the clasp on that one as well. And that's using purple threading material there as well. Looks really, really pretty, doesn't it? And with a gemstone of this colour, you could do that with any coloured threading material that you wanted to. Give it a really contemporary twist. These ones, 10 to 11 millimetres in size. They are lush, Fleur. Love those. And you've got loads. It doesn't have to be a necklace. You could literally take one of these, wire wrap that into a ring if you wanted to, and it would look stunning. Bridesmaids, bridal, gorgeous. PZGP 94 is your code for this one at £6.95. Loads of you multi-buy. Again, well done. This is the real deal. It's not fake, it's not synthetic. It is genuine pearls that you have here. This size, this shape as well, shows you that that is the real deal. You know, as I was saying before, if you go and buy synthetics on the high street, quite often you're looking at something that is perfectly round. When you've got this shape and this kind of size, this irregular shape, you know you've got the real deal there. PZGP 94. Hello. Do you want to come and say hello? Yeah, come on. We've got a little visitor today. Her name's Lola. And she's a very good friend of my son's. Come in, chicken. Oh, she's so cute. I want to eat her. You may be familiar. Right, I'm moving over, Lola. You may be familiar with our guest designer, Claire MacDonald. This is her little girl. You on the telly. I was going to say hi, Mum, but she's over there. Because everyone's first time on telly, you say, hi, Mum. How are you?
Good.
Have you been to the garden party?
Yeah.
Is there any chocolate?
Chocolate.
Yeah. Can you get me some?
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Uh-huh.
I love you. What else have you been doing? Have you been making any jewellery today?
I've got some fimo and some cutters.
Have you?
Yeah.
So you've actually been shopping?
Yeah.
Tell you. Like mother, like daughter.
Yes.
And you brought your mummy to pay for it all? How clever are you? Oh, it's lovely to see you. Will you go and get me some chocolate cake?
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant, Lola. I'll see you soon. Oh, I love it. We're going to have a little break now. We're going to get some chocolate cake. And we've got loads coming up for you after the break, so don't go anywhere, and I'll see you in just a few.
I started making jewellery about 4 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to go to a class with her, and I love arts and crafts, so I thought, great, that would be lovely. Went along and we did lots of the basic jewellery, such as learning just to attach a clasp. We did a stretchy bracelet, a Byzantine chainmail bracelet, beady beads, all those sort of things. I found out about Jewellery Maker at the classes that I went to The lady there was very good. She gave us a lot of her suppliers that she used, and she also mentioned Jewellery Maker. So I started watching that and got hooked, and just every day it's on in my home. If I'm doing anything at all, it's always on in the background. I love the Jewellery Maker channel because it's a one-stop shop. You can get virtually anything you need from there. It's good quality products. I think the most important thing would be to say, don't be put off by Carol singing. Just turn the sound down slightly.
I'm here with Gail, who's come all the way from York to be with us at the garden party today. How are you, Gail?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just wanted to grab you to show you one of our kits that we've got coming up tomorrow, because we are going to make you one of the biggest savings we've ever made you here at Jewellery Maker. Let me show you this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds and 925 sterling silver.
And this is all in one kit?
That's all one kit altogether. Because you're not used to seeing diamonds, are you, in a kit together? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I tell you how much that we're going to be saving you on that kit tomorrow?
Yes, please do.
£180 saving.
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. They sparkle in the natural sunlight, they're absolutely gorgeous.
So do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Oh yes, for definite.
Brilliant. We've only got 30 chances, so I'll have everything crossed for you. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
I'm here with Gail, who's come all the way from York to be with us at the garden party today. How are you, Gail?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just wanted to grab you to show you one of our kits that we've got coming up tomorrow, because we are going to make you one of the biggest savings we've ever made you here at Jewellery Maker. Let me show you this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds and 925 sterling silver.
And this is all in one kit?
That's all one kit altogether. Because you're not used to seeing diamonds, are you, in a kit together? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I tell you how much that we're going to be saving you on that kit tomorrow?
Yes, please do.
£180 saving.
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. They sparkle in the natural sunlight, they're absolutely gorgeous.
So do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Oh yes, for definite.
Brilliant. We've only got 30 chances, so I'll have everything crossed for you. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
Join guest designer Mark Smith for our introduction to Paracord DVD. This DVD will talk you through the various steps on melting and splicing, the Paracord jig, back-to-back bracelets, non-clip bracelets and snake knot bracelets. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Do you know, I never ever get bored of Phil's great names for bundles and kits and things. Meshing about. See what he did there? Meshing about. Brilliant. Have a look. Oh, do you know what? I don't even know where to start. Right, you will get 2 of each. So I've got 2 silver, 2 gold. And this colour, what colour is this officially? Bronze. It's really, really pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Rose gold. Now your wire mesh is fabulous. Really, really fabulous. A lot lately here at Jewellery Maker, we've been bringing you fascinators, you know, kind of on the back of ascot and wedding season and all of that. I think the wire mesh is great for things like that. It is it's one of those things that I never ever want to put down. I just literally play with this all day. So I'm just going to show you exactly what you've got. Now you have a metre long length in every piece and it's 6 millimetres. Now what you do with your wire mesh, you can use it in so many different ways. So you could perhaps pop it into a fascinator design if you wanted to, a kind of corsage design. We've seen Alice and Terry make a beautiful bouquet using the wire mesh as well. It just stretches out, because it is wire that you've got here. It's like a wire ribbon, I suppose, isn't it? But if you just stretch it out, it just kind of, I love it. I could sit here all day. Quite often when we have this with kits, Fleur, I just sit there and do this while our guest designer is doing a demo. I could do it all day long. But look how pretty that is. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Really organic. I love that. If you've never ever tried it before, get it home, because the great thing about wire mesh is if you do that and think, oh, don't like it, do you know what you do? You just literally pull it back out. And look at that. Oh, I'll just start again. But you can pop things in here. If you get your round nose pliers as well, pop the end of your round nose pliers in there. Just open that out a little bit and you can feed things in there. So you could feed your wire in there. If you wanted to give it more structure, you could do that and feed your wire in there as well. You could kind of scrunch it all up on that wire and go for that kind of organic ruffled look. What would you do with these, Fleur, if you were given a challenge with them?
I got Gemma's DVD and I made some lovely flowers. You know the rose where she pulls it on and then just creates the rose, and it creates a really beautiful, substantial look, but hardly any weight to it. So it's really nice for fascinators and hair slides. You've got a real big look, but it's not too heavy that it's going to fall out of place. So no, it's absolutely lovely stuff to work with. And like you say, it's great for working with different mediums as well, because you can put your jump ring through it and, you know, just connect it.
It's great, isn't it? And like you say, being lightweight, I've not really thought about that before. The in fascinators and stuff like that, obviously you don't want that to be heavy and weigh you down. So it is perfect for that kind of thing. 6 metres in total, your gold, your rose gold and your silver. £1 something a metre. Wow, that is phenomenal value you've got there. Incredible. 0800 644 655. I'm going to get the, can I get the gold one out for you? Do you know what, in fact, I'm just going to get them all out. Get them all out. £6.95 for all of these. So this one's the gold. And then you can use the pots as well. They're storage pots as well you've got there. So, you know, pop your little seed beads in those when you're finished with your wire mesh. So this is the gold one. Move that out of the way for you. Look at that. And you could weave your gemstones, couldn't you? You know, with your 0.25 wire, your kind of seed beads. You can embellish handbags and all sorts with your wire mesh as well. It's just so pretty. But literally, I just love that look. So I'm wondering if you could perhaps do this with a whole metre and then just, you could, couldn't you? You could do that. Kind of do that with a whole metre, pop some ribbon ends on the end as your clasp and just wear that today. Tomorrow, do you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm just gonna put it straight again and do something else. Can I hold that up? I love that director Mike in my ear. Pull it, pull it, pull it. Yeah, I do. I just want to hold it up first, Mike, because I just want to see that if you did that, you could just literally pop your ribbon ends on there and it would look really, really pretty.
If you've got a gemstone with a large enough hole, I'm thinking of the blue gemstones there, look like you've probably got a large enough hole, you could feed it through and then just pull it out and have the gemstone, like feed it through the gemstone.
Ooh,
that'd look incredible, wooden beads as well.
Yeah, that would look stunning, wouldn't it? Mike wants me to pull it straight again. Abracadabra, look at that, brilliant. Do you know what, you could take all 3 colours away, you could literally just plait some of this together, couldn't you? You're going to mixing up your colours again, very designer indeed. Oh, look at that, hey, could be the next guest designer, look at that. Wow! 0800 644 655. VMGC02 is your code for this one. Loads of you multi-band. Lillian's got 3 in Hertfordshire. Massive congratulations to you. Pamela in Dumfries and Galloway, you've got 2 as well. Well done. Heather in Carmarthenshire, you've got 2. Well done. Janet in Lanarkshire, congratulations. Half of the stock has gone. I'm going to have to get the rose gold one out now, aren't I? Twist that in as well. I tell you what, the warehouse love me. Things never go back in one piece. And our floor managers, yeah. Guarantee, give me a necklace collar, I will bend it. Give me anything in a pack, I will open it. That's what I'm here for. Let's talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Brilliant. Sorry, Sarah. Sarah just said she's making a big mesh. See? This one's really pretty. Look at this. I'm going to pull this one out again. Perfect for your flowers. Look at that. The Neil Buchanan of Jewellery Maker. Our fella's just called me. Brilliant. Do you remember that? Do you still watch that, Fleur?
Well, I think I was a bit old for that. I was more Tony Hart.
What was that one? Our Morph and what's the other one called?
I can't remember.
Yeah, Tony Hart. What was that? Heartbeat. Love that programme. Yeah, you probably don't remember it, Phil. You remember it? Not like the police programme set in Yorkshire somewhere. Not that one. Tony Hart, like an art programme. Great was. Look at that one. Oh, that's perfect. That colour for flowers, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. Oh, stand it back. Brilliant. I might get some of that, you know. In fact, there's no might. It's £6.95. I am. Brilliant. Righty-ho. Heartbeat. What was the other one called? You're going to have to look on internet for me, Phil, because that will annoy me.
I can't remember what he was called. He had a normal name.
Morph and... I bet there's so many of you at home shouting it, isn't there? Text in, if you know, 60777, start your message with the word JM Studio. It doesn't have to be heartbeat and morphs of the half plasticine model. Who is it? Right. Peel the grape. Mindy. That's not it, is it?
No, that's more from Mindy.
Yeah. Prehnite. Look at this. Now, I have to say it's one of my favourite gemstones, and luckily here at Jewellery Maker we do have Prehnite, and oh, just look at that spring-like freshness that you get with this gemstone. Don't you think this is quite possibly one of the most perfect gemstones for Tree of Life design? It's perfect, isn't it, with those tones?
It's got all the tones within it, hasn't it?
Yeah, but also the texture, the inclusions that you've got within the gemstone, you know, it gives you that texture. Obviously, it's perfect. There's 3 strands here. That's £1.30 something, £1.30 something, £1.30 something. They're double strands as well, to be fair. Double strands, that's 6 strands you've got there. Ridiculously low. Massive, massive count weight. 280 carats of your Prehnite per strand, that is. So that is, what's the total carat weight on this one, Phil? Chas was the grump white.
That's it, Chas.
Was it?
Chas,
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It doesn't ring a bell with me.
Yeah, it was
Morph and
Chas.
Chas.
Yeah.
I only remember the Morph. I don't remember the other ones. Such a good programme. Don't make programmes like that anymore, do they? $3.95 NOGC 63 is your code. Perhaps if you've got your pink opal, mix in your pink opal nuggets with these as well for cherry blossom on your trees. Prehnite is such a great gemstone, you know. Well, any green gemstones for me. It's Mother Nature's backdrop, isn't it? You put anything with this and it's going to work, you know. Putting pearls in there, putting blues in there, your yellows as well. Kim in Derbyshire, I had a quick look and Morph's friend was called Chas. I don't remember that. You could have given me till next week. I don't know. Shazza in Hampshire says, G'day Hannah, Fleur, Phil, Mike and all the JM family. I would like to say g'day to my friend Deb Briggs. She's at the JM picnic now. Is she?
Yeah.
Which one is that? Is that the Debbie that I met?
Blonde. Yeah, blonde.
Has she got the Egyptian necklace on?
No.
No?
No.
I tell you, we've met so many ladies this morning.
Debbie's my bead sister. Deb Briggs.
Do you know, isn't it funny because you see names come up all the time?
Yeah. You should call it Deb and Val. Deb's name comes up, Deb and Val.
Ah, right, I see. Yeah, because you see these names all the time, and then you see, it's funny because meeting ladies in the workshop, I met one lady say, my name's Nick, and I was like, hi, nice to meet you. From Bridgend. Oh, I know who you are now. As soon as I say the place, well, I remember who it is. Right. Should we have some Tiger's Eye? Right. Very on trend, this gemstone. Love this. Do you know, I'm really, really surprised that we bring you gemstones like this in nugget form. Because actually Tiger's Eye is a very, very collectible gemstone. Highly, highly collectible. Oh, just move that little pip from my melon there. Very, very highly collectible. all over the catwalk at London Fashion Week in September of last year and February of this year as well. The colours very on trend for this season, but also it's the kind of colour that you can take through every season with you because you've got those beautiful earthy tones there. We are looking at 3 strands, again, 185 carats, less than £2 each, less than £2. And if I just have a look at these gemstones, you can still see that incredible chatoyancy. That's what gem lovers love about this gemstone in particular. It's that phenomenon referred to as chatoyancy. Basically, it's caused by the silk-like inclusions within the gemstone, and it creates an effect of kind of like an opening and closing of an eye. Even with, and you can see it right there, even with your nugget strands, it is like liquid gold, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. So mesmerising. Great in your gents jewellery. Great for the ladies' pieces as well. But chips and nuggets can be used for so many different designs, so many different things. So you could use them in your Tree of Life designs, but you could use them, you know, in your memory wire bracelets if you wanted to. How would you? Oh, we've seen you use them with resin, haven't we?
Yes, yeah, they make beautiful resin pieces because you can create like a geode look.
Yeah.
You put them into a bezel and then you just have them all sort of like spiked out. Really, really lovely.
And also, I remember the one design that you did, Fleur, you used, it was clear resin over labradorite, wasn't it? And it almost magnifies it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so I'm imagining that this would work quite well.
Exactly the same, so all those golden tones. So there's a fly wants to get in on this. Go away.
Flying on the action. Hi, Mum. 0800 644, obviously, Fleur. So tennis match with a fly over there. ZYGC17, top up your stash today. If you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker and you're looking for somewhere to start, wouldn't this be a great place? You've got a huge, huge carat weight of genuine tiger's eye, very, very much on trend at £5.95. So with your P&P, yeah, we're less than £10. Amazing. Toffee coated peanut nuggets. Oh, Joe. Food. £5.95 for you. But this is a great thing, again, you know, me saying I wouldn't necessarily expect to see tiger's eye nuggets. Pretty much every gemstone we bring you here at Jewellery Maker, we bring you in nugget form. So it's kind of like a really great try before you buy, if you like, isn't it? To see how it works with other gemstones, what designs you're going to use it in and stuff like that.
I'd have that just as an overhead necklace, you know, on the beach with your maxi dress on the beach.
Yes, Fleur, you can come again.
With a blue or with a white pearl just in between dotted
lines. That would look nice. White pearls would look gorgeous with tiger's eye, wouldn't it? Well done if you've managed to get that. Lots of those in baskets. Gorgeous. Blue quartzite. Lagoon blues. Look at these. Wow. They're like neon apatite blue you've got there. 6mm and 8mm in size. You could pretty much do anything and everything with gemstones of this size. You know, whether you are somebody that likes to do macrame or kumihimo, your polymer clay, your chainmail, pretty much any medium, and you could use these. But jewellery making, it doesn't have to be complicated. So, you know, perhaps you've tuned in today and thought, oh gosh, you know, chainmail, a bit complicated for me. It's actually not. As I was saying earlier on, it's just a pattern. But a lot of jewellery making you'll find is like that. So if you watch our demos here at Jewellery Maker, if you miss out on any of them or you're looking for something in particular, just go onto YouTube and see if you can find it on there. But jewellery making, it doesn't have to be complicated. And we all started out as beginners. When you are brand new here at Jewellery Maker, with your very first order, you will get a little booklet and a DVD. It's called Getting Started, and that's going to show you how to make a few simple pieces of jewellery. So, you know, your simple stretchy bracelets, which is exactly what it says on the tin. Really, really simple. All you need is some jewellery elastic, which these would be perfect for as well. Simple stretchy bracelets. They're going to look fab as well, aren't they? So you will get those with your first order. I'll tell you about some of the essential tools that you're going to need, some of the essential findings, take you through some of the gemstones, and we are here every step of the way for you as well. So if ever you get stuck, if ever you're a little bit unsure of anything, you can text in any time of day, 60777, start messaging with the word JM Studio. Our guest designers are always, always happy to help. We're at £4.95 for you today. Isn't that just phenomenal? And according to our director Ben, the world's most popular colour is blue. 70% of the world's favourite colour is blue. Not quite sure where he got his stats from, but I trust him. Because it it's really popular, isn't it, blue?
Yeah, blue's said to be the colour of business.
Oh.
So that's why when you watch programmes like The Apprentice and all those kind of programmes, that they wear blue and they do their eyes a lot bluer, because it's blue is supposed to be the colour of, business and of being quite astute with money.
Yeah.
And that, so blue and purple are the two top colours. They're the two that people sort of gravitate to.
Ah, so well worth getting into your stash then. And also that blue really is vivid, isn't it? That is so blue. Your quartzite 6 and 8 millimeters in size there. KB GC 76. I think I'd just go for stretchy bracelets with those. Excuse me. Have a look at these. Wow. These are fabulous. Different shapes, different sizes. I love to see designs using different shapes and different sizes of the same gemstone. I think it looks brilliant, doesn't it? It looks fantastic. These are gorgeous, big carat weight. And also, your strands here, these are great for adding attention to detail in your designs. You've got 15 carats in your 2mm rounds there. And you've got 15 carats in your 3x1mm tubes there as well. So if you wanted to kind of create attention to detail in a design, which I think, again, whichever medium you work in, it's always worth doing, because that's the kind of thing that perhaps makes people pick up your designs or notice your designs, if you like. So if you've got something on your craft store that has a lot of attention to detail, I can guarantee people will just come over and pick it up to have a closer look at that design. You know, if you're wearing something with attention to detail, people tend to notice it. And it's always worth having gemstones of this kind of size in your stash. But actually, because these are hematite, use a few of those in any design, still going to give you incredible impact, isn't it? Because it is such a lustrous and such a colourful gemstone that you've got there as well. You've got these bigger tubes here as well, 240 carats you've got in this strand here, 7x5mm in size, and that is a 38cm strand. That's 3 strands for £6.95 for you this afternoon. It's like a clearance day here at Jewellery Maker. I don't quite know what we're doing. Maybe it's to do with the PIMs. I did see Phil in the garden earlier on, in the marquee, sniffing out the PIMs and the crisps. It was you, Phil, I saw you. NE, there he is, look, there he is. NEGC96 is your code for this one. What would you do with this bundle, Fleur?
I'd definitely make an anklet with the smaller ones, because hematite's a really hard wearing gemstone, isn't it? So, you know, it'd be great for an anklet. But with the tubes, I'd like to see something like a ladder weave going into a big, like a Debbie Bulford style tassel, you know, just coming from the bottom, because they're so substantial. They're great, like, feature pieces just by themselves. But you could also make a ring. You know, you could just make one of the larger ones into a ring. Just pop it onto you know, a piece of wire and wire wrap it into a ring.
That would look lovely, wouldn't it? And actually, do you know what? There are so many on that strand as well. Just look at all of those there. And tubes like this as well, they sit really fluidly on the wrist, you know. So if again you just wanted to simply restrand those, have them in a bracelet, pop them into your gents jewellery. So perhaps just take one of these and do a macrame bracelet, pop one of those in there. It looks stunning, wouldn't it? NEGC96. We are 10 minutes away from this bracelet. Actually, Fleur, you don't know where this is going on price, do you?
Not a clue, no.
So bear in mind that obviously you've added the pearl and the chain now. So it came in 2 parts, so you saw that. It's finished. You've got your extender chain and your bolt wing clasp on there as well. That's substantial silver. We've got a little heart tag on there as well. Where do you think we're going on price for this?
25.
How much?
25, 30 pounds.
25, 30.
Just because of the detail that's in it and the thickness of the silver.
Yeah, to be fair, there is a lot of silver there. There is. Right, so Mike has just said the price tag that I said, £17.95. Yeah, that's where I thought we were going on this. I mean, it's very high end. There's a lot of sterling silver in there as well. Really, really pretty as well. We're all wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's coming up for you in just about 10 minutes' time. There's only, is there 100 of those? 200. There needs to be. Do you know what? I'm going to get a couple of those. I'm just thinking birthday presents. Birthday presents. That'll be 23 days. It's all mine. Just saying. Zari thread for you. Ooh. Phil, you really shouldn't have said that out loud. So Phil's bundle name for this one, it's not on your screen right now. He meant to change it and he forgot. Zari seems to be the hardest word. Yeah, see, you've even got a nod from Fleur there.
I think he's reused that name now.
Yeah,
I think
it's probably
name.
I think he probably thought he'd hit gold when he came up with that one. Brilliant, let's use it again. These are fabulous. Oh, do you know, this makes me want to have a party, this Zari thread. This Zari thread as well, doesn't it look like chain? It looks like you've got tiny crimp tubes on there. It does, they're just beautiful. You've got so much texture with your Zari thread. Now, it's been, gosh, months and months and months. Yeah, months since I've had any Zari thread. And there was a period of time where we were actually seeing quite a lot, probably every day, you know, different colours and stuff. I've not seen it for a very long time. At that time, there were so many of you that were texting in and messaging in saying, I love the Zari thread, but I don't really know what to do with it. There is so much that you can do with Zari thread. You know, you could macrame with it and kimihimo with it if you wanted to. You can simply finger knit with it if you wanted to. You can plait it. You can crochet with it if you want. You can thread gemstones onto there if you wanted to. I mean, the possibilities are endless, aren't they?
They are. It's gorgeous.
So sparkly. I love that as well. And I'm looking at these just thinking, nighttime. I'm wondering if I could kind of get like a crochet bag out of what I've got here. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Black and gold. How much do we have, Phil, in total? Meterage. There's a lot there. There used to be kind of like 125 metres, was it? Something like that? I know it was a lot, wasn't it? But they are really, really beautiful. You've got so much less there. Can you imagine adding these in with some hematite, or even adding some hematite in with this? You know, simple necklaces and things like that. They would look great. But if you have ever seen kind of macrame pieces, or I remember Deborah doing a crochet piece with one. It's so effective because you can see how much luster you've got there. These two colours, fantastic for any time of year. That is your nighttime piece of jewellery there, isn't it? £11 and 80 pence. IOGC 47 is your price. Not there. Did you find a meterage? 100. It's more in total. Of each, I was going to say, I'm sure it's like 100, 125. Who cares? Who cares? £3.95 for you this afternoon. That is ridiculously low. I just can't believe how much you've got there for that price tag. I think this is a clearance hour. IOGC 47 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. That does look like chain, doesn't it? So lustrous. That's just one thread.
Do you imagine if you were an embroiderer, you could embroider that onto your clothes as well, onto your jacket or something. Look really nice, wouldn't it?
Onto cushions.
Or bags, you know, a fabric bag. It'd look really beautiful.
In fact, you know the black craft bags that we have. I'm always saying, you know, use that to your advantage, you know, embellish it in your design so that you're a walking advert for yourself. You could do that with the Zari threads, you know, you could sew into that, couldn't you, and have a kind of logo on there if you're that confident to do that, or your name or anything on there if you wanted to. £3.95 today. I've got so many of you multi-buying as well. Pete in Gloucestershire's got 2. Pamela in Dumfries and Galloway's got 2. Janet in Lancashire's got 2. Half of the stock has gone. Very, very quickly they're going as well. If you've got them in your basket, make sure you're checking out as soon as you possibly can. If you went anywhere else, you know, if you went to kind of, I don't know, a haberdashery store, even if you go to the rag market in Birmingham, which, you know, is quite reasonable, if you tried to buy anything like that, a couple of metres, I mean, you'd probably pay $3.95 for one of those, yeah, if not more, wouldn't you? That's incredible. Well done. Right. Let's squeeze one more in, shall we, before... Ooh. Love these. Yikes. Jasper for you. I love earthy tones in gemstones. I really, really do. And these for me are so organic looking as well, because they're chips and nuggets, but because of the colours that you've got there as well. So unique. Wouldn't these look great with the tiger's eye nuggets that we had? they look stunning. But, you know, put them with your move kite, put them with any of your different coloured Jaspers as well, you know, go for those earthy tones. But in fact, I'm glad today, on today's show, something I'm always talking about, you know, the hemp cords that we've got, the natural colours. We talk about them all the time. I've got them on today's show, and they would be perfect with these, wouldn't they?
They would. Do you know, I was thinking with the deal of the day as well with the abalone, because you've then got a backdrop for your abalone.
Whoa.
So one piece of abalone would really like be a statement look within that beautiful gemstone. Because you've got peaches and pinks coming through that Jasper.
Oh, you really have. £1.95. I ask you, what can you get for £1.95 these days? What was the last thing you bought, Fleur? Not necessarily jewellery, but the last thing you bought?
A sandwich.
Today?
Yeah.
How much did it cost you?
I think it was £3 for a sandwich and a drink.
Wow. Was it a nice sandwich?
No, it wasn't.
Oh dear, nothing worse is there.
It was yesterday's one, I think, so I bought it too early in the morning.
Damn. It's no good. £1.95. Last thing I bought my little bowl of fruit there. That was £2.50. £2.50. Yeah, for a bowl of mixed fruit. £2.50. We're at £1.95. For how many carats? 270 carats. Gents pieces. How fabulous would this look in a macrame bracelet for the gents?
Really nice in a macrame bracelet. Or even something like, I mean, I look at these and think about bag charms as well.
Oh,
Not obviously for gents, but you know, well, you can. Some gents do have bags. But you know, bag charms, so you've got all that movement and all the different colours and all the texture within them. Absolutely. And it's great. I mean, if you could pop it onto the gold Zari thread, you could actually crochet a piece together.
Look at that. Doesn't that look gorgeous? They're so fantastic. They really are. I mean, at £1.95, to be quite honest, you don't have to know what you're going to do with them. Just come in, because they're less than your P&P today. Katie, PO30 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. I'd do what you said with this, Fleur, earlier on, and simple, you know, kind of restrand onto a necklace, maxi dress. I don't think they're going to be coming out again, let's be honest.
Do you think that's the summer done?
That was it. In fact, to be fair, today's quite nice. I said to quite a few of our ladies today in the garden party, we were outside doing a bit of filming, and I was like, gosh, it's actually quite hot, isn't it?
I think it's my fault that there isn't any summer, because I spent a lot of money on garden furniture this year.
It's totally your
fault. The day I bought it, it started raining, and I've sat on it once.
Do you think you could put it away, put it in the garage or something? You know, sun might come out then. Right, presenter's pick. I love this. Love, love, love this. So much silver, the detail in this, the little heart charm on the back there as well. If you only come in for one auction today, make it this one. It's your presenter's pick. I love things like this. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we had some 925 sterling silver kits. Luckily for me, my personal shopper, who is Alison Tarry, was at home and texted in and said, does Hannah want me to get the kits? All three, because they were 925 sterling silver. In one of those kits, there was 2 sterling silver bracelets, very similar to this. However, I don't think there was as much silver. Definitely didn't have a heart charm on mine. Oh, just see, even just like that, Fleur, make a feature of the heart tag in this bracelet as well. How pretty does that look? That is gorgeous. You've got your mini stamping kit as well. Perhaps you could put a little initial on there, couldn't you? And make that, you know, a really kind of thoughtful gift, if you like, by personalising it even more. So this bracelet, it does come in 2 halves, so I just twist that around for you. So you've got 1 half with your jump ring on the end, and then you've got your other half with the jump ring on the end. So what that does is it allows you to put absolutely anything that you want to do. in the middle, whether it be, you know, a polymer clay bead on an eye pin or a head pin. You know, you could absolutely just one gemstone you could pop in there. Fleur, what's this particular weave? Is this the butterfly?
No, that's just a Byzantine triangle.
Oh wow!
So it's just Byzantine like we did before, and then just as a triangle.
That looks so pretty. You've just popped a little pearl on the end there as well. That's gorgeous. And you see that that is literally all it takes. You know, something very, very simple. But I think for me, our scheduler Sam said to me, "Oh, I've got something really exciting for you in today's show." I'm not sure how you'd use it though. Oh my gosh. I was like, Sam, this is a jewellery maker's dream come true. For somebody like me, who I'm always saying, you know, I'm too scared to cut into a 925 chain. So, you know, if I've got a finished 925 chain, I know lots of guest designers would happily cut into it and kind of make earrings and bracelets and anything. I can't do that. So for me, the fact that this is already cut, because I'm not too confident, especially when it comes to 925 sterling silver, I'm not too confident. So I'm really, really happy. Just getting, yeah, sorry, it's that little fly. I finished with Fleur, now he's after me. I'm really happy that I can just get this home and I don't have to worry about cutting into my 925 sterling silver. I can add to that whatever I want to. My favourite gemstone. In fact, I'd probably multi-buy and be tempted to kind of go down the birthstone route with something like this as well. I mean, I'm thinking, so let's just say, Fleur, that this was yours and you've done, and then 95 sterling silver jump rings because the design is 95 sterling silver. You've used your 95 head pin and you've got a genuine pearl. What kind of price tag would you pop on that?
About £35, £40.
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? I would happily pay that for this bracelet. I love this kind of jewellery. Is my favourite kind of jewellery. Very delicate, very simple, so beautiful. Shirley Caithness says, got 3 for presents. I will put birthstones in them. Great show, girls. You see, it's just such a great idea. Fill your present drawer with them. Alison in Hampshire says, I'm going to put the 95 moonstone from this morning show with these. What did you have on this morning show? Was it like one of the bezel set ones? Was it a connector?
I think they were bezel set.
Oh. See, any of the connectors you've got, you could just pop in the middle, you know, all the like the vintage 95 sterling silver ones, or one of our kind of bezel set amethyst that's a connector. Anything like that, pop it in the middle. But the fact you've got that heart charm on there as well, or tag if you like. Do you know, there is absolutely, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, we could have taken this to $9.95, $12.95, $14.95, all day, every day. I mean, look at this, can you see the links in this as well? I mean, I'm always saying with that 925 change, you know, you never ever look at them, do you, and think, little bit of a pull and that's going to break. Look how well made this is. Look how strong those links are there. Oh my gosh, £6.95. There is a flurry of you coming through on the phone lines. It's a free telephone number. It's not going to cost you a single penny. So if there is a short wait there, just stay where you are. Over 2/3 of the stock has gone already. We started with 200. They are flying out of the door. Of course they are. 35 in baskets right now. So this piece, Fleur, how long did it take you to just do that little bit of chain man?
About 5 minutes.
5 minutes work.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes work for you. It's only cost you $6.95 plus, you know, a few of your jump rings and your pearl there. So let's say, let's make the maths easy. Let's just say it cost you £10 to make. Cost. That's like, what price did you say?
About 35.
25 quid. Brilliant. Done. Jamie in Cumbria, the fire breather, says, I got the peach charm the other day, going to put it on this for my nan's birthday.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh. Beautiful. Do you know what these are great for as well? Because when I saw it, I thought it was an extender for a necklace. So if you've got a necklace that you want to extend with a sterling silver chain, like you say, rather than cutting 2 small sections of chain, just put a clasp either end, or, you know, one of the little obstacle either end, and then just attach it into your necklace or anklet, you know, because that's, depending on how much you put in the middle, depends on how large the bracelet's going to be, obviously.
Yeah, of
so,
course.
you know, you could put quite a few gemstones in the middle, have a bar of gemstones and have it as an anklet.
Oh my gosh. Do you know, actually, as well, with the extended chain that you've got there, there is no reason why I can wear this as an anklet, because actually, that, you know, there's another inch and a half there you've got on the extended chain. Can I just measure this, actually, Phil? I'm just going to undo this. So let's just have a look. I've got, and I'm going to include the bolt ring fastening. So I've got approximately 8.5 centimetres of chain on one side, and I've got approximately 5.25 on the other side. So I'm going to measure the whole thing in inches. This is approximately 9 inches, this bracelet design here. The chainmail on the inside, that's probably about 1/2 inch, just over. What size jump rings are these, Fleur?
5mm.
5mm. They work perfectly in this design, don't they? And look at that chain. Look at the thickness. 50 in baskets right now. Birthdays, gift ideas, and I'm going to mention it the time of year that we all dread, because it just ends up costing a fortune, doesn't it? I mean, how many people do you have to buy for? Come in today, get a few of these. You know, come in and get, I don't know, 5 of these. That's 5 people you can tick off your list, isn't it, for that time of year? Or just pop them in your present drawer. There is no way, if somebody gave this to me as a birthday gift, there is no way I would think that they'd only spent £6.95. Or let's say the cost to make for somebody was £10. There is so much 925 sterling silver in that. I mean, you put this in one of your boxes as well if you're somebody that sells your jewellery, you know, and you pop that into a box, you know, my gosh, can you imagine? I mean, you could put 40, I mean, bridal as well.
If you didn't want to put anything in it, you could take the heart charm off the back with one jump ring, connect the 2 ends together and put the heart charm back in as a centre, and just have the heart charm as a little charm in the middle. And then, you know, if you wanted to put a gemstone on the end of that extended chain.
That would look so pretty, wouldn't it? £6.95. Can I just say, there are 50 in baskets. These will sell out. They will all go at £6.95. 60 in baskets and 40 left. Sylvia in Staffordshire, Louise in Hertfordshire, Collector in Aberdeenshire, Michelle, Kate in Greater London, Caroline in Tyne and Wear, Jean in Cambridgeshire, Elizabeth in Lanarkshire, Gloria in Merthyr, Elaine in Greater London, Emma in Cornwall, Jane in Powys, Mila in West Yorkshire, Margaret in Merseyside, Marion in London, Diane in Dorset. There is a queue on the telephone lines at the moment. Do you know what? It's not costing you a single penny to hold on those phone lines. Stay exactly where you are. Make sure you speak with the call centre. If all these people don't check out their baskets, that's another, what, 50 that we've got available? 5-minute wait on the phone lines at the moment. Don't worry, don't panic. So it's a free telephone number, even if you're there for 5 minutes, which I doubt you will be, because you know what? Literally, in a couple of seconds, that queue time can go from 5 minutes straight down to a minute. So just make sure you stay where you are. Also, a lot of people do hang up if they've not got time to wait. So do so that. I can't guarantee that you're going to do it, but I'm very confident that you'll do it if you've got a phone in your hand right now. So just make sure you're speaking with the call centre and hold on those phone lines. If you've got a little job to do, or even if you've got a cordless phone in your hand, just go and put the kettle on. By the time the kettle's boiled, I bet you'll have been answered. Speakerphone. Phil said you can wash up. I wouldn't. I'd just leave it. Just wait. 0800 644 655. Well done. Stella in Essex, Mary, Kate, Caroline, Jean, Elizabeth, Gloria, Emma, Zoe, Jane, Mila, Margaret, Doreen, Linda, Gail, Wendy. I cannot guarantee that you do it. The only way you can do it is by completing that checkout. So many of you buying 2s and 3s on this today as well. Just well done. I love that. Now, this is a skill I've acquired over the last couple of years. Putting bracelets. Can you do it, Fleur? One-handed?
No, I have to do the bracelet dance.
Do you? Running around like a dog chasing its tail?
Yeah, trying to flick it round and catch it.
Oh, I love that. Love it so much. Right, Phil. Where do we go from there? Ooh. Ooh, look at these colours. Fancy Jasper, fancy that. Look at this, look at the colours you've got there. Perfect Tree of Life designs as well, with all those greens, all those different tones. You've got real Brazilian emerald green tones in there, haven't you? You know, you've got some of your Prehnite tones in there, so you've got masala hues in there as well. This is such wow. This is why you can never ever switch off, because you never know what's going to happen. I had no idea that was going to happen. £1.95 for 220 carats of your fancy Jasper nuggets, 3x5 to 12x5 millimetres in size. 0800 644 655. Just that price tag, just add it to your order. You've only got one postage and packaging all day long, so from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight, one postage and packaging of just £2.95 for you. This is less than your P&P here at Jewellery Maker. I would just add it to my order. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm just adding it to my order because it's £1.95. I'm not even saying pounds. £1.95. PNPO06 is your code for this one. Again, David in Essex, you've got 2. Janet in Lanarkshire, you've got 2. Collect it in West Midlands, you've got 3. Madeline in Cardiff's got 2. Sam Michelle, collect it in Norfolk. Collect it in Surrey. Carol in Lancashire. Michelle, well done. Fiona in Nottinghamshire, you've just got yours. Neil and Karen in Norfolk, congratulations. Helene in the West Midlands. 0800 644 655. Check out as soon as you can. We've got a text message. Customer, I couldn't make it to the party, gutted about it, but silver lining is £1.95, Jasper. Every cloud and all that. I tell you, that party is going off in there. People are throwing shapes and everything. Break dancing. The marquee! There's a marquee. I tell you, the Prosecco and the Pims is flowing out there. And they'll all be gone though by the time we finish, Fleur.
I know.
4 o'clock it finishes. Gosh.
We may have left a little bit of Pims for us.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah. Mike just said, is anyone driving home? Oh, do you know, I heard there was a minibus. I don't know, you know, where that's come from or going, but I heard about a minibus. Some people, I tell you what, one of our customers, I think it was Gail, is driven from Yorkshire, something like that. People come from all over the place to be here today. It's lovely. Oh my gosh. How high end do these look? In fact, Fleur, you've got a bracelet. I'm just getting her to take off all of her jewellery. You don't have to take it off. But Fleur, you've got a bracelet on today, I noticed. It's kind of a multi-stranded pearl bracelet, isn't it? Yeah. That you've knotted again. We'll have a look at that. You could do something similar with this, couldn't you? Yeah, really similar. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And again, you've gone for your red thread with that. I love that. So perhaps with this colour, you could kind of go for maybe your white, or you could go for your black with this one if you wanted that nighttime look, couldn't you? And you've got a little sterling silver clasp just on the back there as well. Yeah. Gorgeous. Multi-stranded bracelet, that would look so pretty. But I'm thinking mother of the bride, mother of the bridegroom maybe. Phil, sorry. I mean, I know we didn't have much prep time today because I was having a party. Maybe I don't feel prepared for these prices. £1.95, £2.95. I mean, Fleur, just say that you restranded this, so you've knotted it. Yep. I'd add a solid sterling silver clasp because they're perfect rounds and they're shells. What kind of price tag would you pop on that, do you think?
Oh, about £25, £30. Oh, just for a clasp. But I'm just thinking what Mark Smith does with these. If you did the fancy Jasper and those beautiful shell pearls on memory wire. So just like 5 fancy Jasper and then a shell pearl and then maybe another inch of fancy Jasper and just do like 3 bracelets round. I think he sells them for £15.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
And you'd get a couple out of that.
Oh, yeah, that would go a
with
long,
matching
long
earrings.
way, wouldn't it? They are just stunning. And speaking of guest designer Mark Smith, actually, he prefers the shells over the pearls because they are perfectly round. I mean, if this was a pearl, a perfect 6mm round, with this kind of lustre as well, my gosh, can you imagine the price tag? They are such a gorgeous, gorgeous colour you've got there. Collect it in Greater Manchester, you've got 3. Well done, Veronica in Merseyside. Neil in South Yorkshire. Maureen in Hampshire, you've just got 2. Myra in Credigan, well done. Collect it in Hertfordshire. And you've got your Sam in the West Midlands, you've just joined me, well done to you. 0800 644 655. I mean, let's be honest, you know, you could simply restrand it. You don't even have to pearl knot it, just restrand it, add yourself a clasp. I think we're all going to be quids in. I don't think anybody's going to be selling this for under £20. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
And you don't have to be as precious as you do with pearls with shell pearl. So you can, you know, if they're in a hair design or something like that, you know, you can spray hairspray and perfume.
Yeah, of course. They're gorgeous. I just love that colour. They'd look great if you've got any white shells in your stash as well. Wouldn't they look great together? £2.95. About 30 of you with these in baskets right now. Get checking out as soon as you can. PLPO 68. Time for a cheeky star buy. some of these are huge. Wow. This is the first time, can I just say, the pinks coming from these are incredible. You know the bracelet that you just got? That's what I would do. One of those Tanzanites. Oh, yes, because it's just for me. I'm going to go with one of those huge oh, can you imagine? Just using one of those gemstones in with that bracelet. That's instantly put that bracelet up to, I don't know, 40, 50 pounds because it's Tanzanite there.
You can use one of the smaller ones as the charm on the back as well.
Oh, you're such a show-off. That would look incredible, wouldn't it? Yes, I would definitely be coming in for this. If you came in and got the bracelet, come in and get the Tanzanite as well. Now, just last week, maybe the week before now, losing track of time, we had an email. We thought it was the email. It wasn't. But, however, this news has put Tanzanite prices up again. So, you know, over the last couple of years, Tanzanite prices have gone up significantly. In fact, they've shot through the roof, so much so that it's been out of a lot of people's reach, you know, not for you as buyers, but in the gem industry, you know, for people to be able to get their hands on it. You know, it's so highly priced now, this gemstone. What's coming out of the ground isn't necessarily of the greatest quality because we're so deep into that mine. Bearing in mind that we're rumoured to be 1,000 metres below the surface of the mine, what's coming out, it's not great. So much so, in fact, that our gem buyer didn't bring any back the last time he was at the gem fair. Now, last week before, this email basically told us that at this moment in time, there is a ban on mining at Tanzanite 1. So there is nothing coming out of the ground today. Nothing at all. We've not had any more information on this ban, so I can't expand on that. I can't tell you any more about that ban, but there is nothing coming out of the mine at this moment in time. So obviously, you know, when this news hit the gem world, you know, within hours, the prices gone up again. Not here at Jewellery Maker. Not here at Jewellery Maker. We still, luckily, have that Tanzanite that we've had for quite a few years now in our vault. We haven't put our prices up. Now, going forward, we kind of know that for us as buyers of Tanzanite, going forward, we're not going to buy what is coming out of the mine at the moment. Well, it's not coming out at this moment in time, but what is coming out of the mine is of poor quality. We're not going to be buying any of that Tanzanite because it's too poor in quality, and we're not about to bring you poor quality Tanzanite at premium prices. So we know we're not going to be bringing you that. There is rumoured to be another seam of Tanzanite. Now, whether anybody mines for it or not is another thing, because it's probably not even going to be financially viable for anybody to do so. So if anybody does mine into that new seam, the prices, I dread to think. If, and it's a very, very, you know, big if we do get any of that Tanzanite, it will not be at the prices that we're bringing you today. It's not going to happen. We know this already. So with this knowledge, I would be coming in today and getting myself 40 carats of incredible, incredible colour in my Tanzanite and checking it out very, very quickly, because we're at just £29.95. When you look at the size of the gemstones individually here, they are huge, absolutely huge. I mean, you've got to be looking at, in fact, if I count the gemstones, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, I've lost count, 2, 4, 6, it's because I'm air counting, you see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. There's 40 carats. That's an average of well over a carat each. But if you look at some of those central gemstones, you've got to be looking at 2 to 3 carats per gemstone there. 6x4 to 9x7 millimetres in size. The pinks in this Tanzanite strand are phenomenal. The quality that you are looking at here is phenomenal. The carat weight off the scale, 40 carats. If you've got that bracelet, I mean, that is, how many gemstones did I say? 28. 28 gemstones. Why not? You know, if you came in and got 3 of these bracelets, for me personally, it doesn't matter where I'm selling. With one of these Tanzanite gemstones in this bracelet, that's going to be a minimum of £40, not any lower, no matter where I'm selling. You know, you're looking at £40. $6.95 for the bracelet, and one of those gemstones, you'd have 27 gemstones left. It's no brainer, isn't it? 0800 644 655. If you can multi-buy, please feel free to do so. FZND36 is your code for that one. Gorgeous. Right. Let's have a party. Hematite. Look at this gemstone. Wow. Natural hematite, 610 carats. Only got 21. Wow. That's not going to be enough, is it? Do you know, the great thing about this gemstone is you can just use one gemstone. You know, you can use it so sparingly and it's still going to give your design such impact because it's got incredible, incredible luster. If you're wearing hematite, you certainly know you're wearing it because it's got such an incredible, incredible weight to it. Look at that sparkle. It's Friday night as well, isn't it? Let's go out. DXKZ76, 11mm rounds. What would you do with these, Fleur? They're huge, aren't
like
they?
you said, I'd only use one, but I did look lovely as cufflinks as well. Real statement cufflinks.
Yeah.
So just one of those with a T-bar, or make your own, like if you've got some wire, or a smaller gemstone, just to stop it, you know, falling out. But yeah, definitely cufflinks with those, and maybe just like one, but maybe three in a design actually, with some silver chain coming off of it, and then a big tassel.
Oh, that would look so nice. I mean, look at the luster you've got there. You could go to town and use all of that. I mean, at $5.95, if you want to go to town, absolutely do it. That is incredible value you've got there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. 35 gemstones, 11mm in size. Just ask yourself again, if you're somebody that sells your jewellery, if you're using 2 of these in earrings, what price tag are you going to be popping on those earrings? You're going to have your money back? 0800 644 655. Janet, Gillian, Maureen, Mary and Jerry, well done. Sandra and Lillian, you've got yours. Congratulations. Deborah, you've just got yours. Collector in Leicestershire, you're there, well done to you. Hold those lines and make sure you're checking out very, very quickly. It's really, really busy here this afternoon. Massive well done if you've managed to get any of the deals already. If you have just tuned in, do you know what? Check the website. I'm thinking a lot of things will have sold out because I've kind of had pieces at $195, $295. This 925 sterling silver bracelet, I genuinely thought was £17.95 today. Comes in 2 halves, so you don't get your chainmail and your pearl there. You can add whatever you like into that design. One of those Tanzanites, you would be laughing with something like this. You've even, as Fleur said, you don't have to use anything that you've already got if you don't want to. You could just simply add the heart tag into the front of the design if you wanted to as well. Make a feature of that. There's 30 left. I'm getting 3. About you, Fleur, do you want any?
Yeah, I'd love 3, 4, 5,
6, 7. Take any. At this moment in time, there's 30 chances left. We had 200. I might just sneak out on the break and get mine because I don't want to miss out on this one. 0800 644 655 DXXZ76. Is your code for that one. Massive congratulations if you've managed to get the hematite faceted rounds as well. You know the hemp cord that I'm always talking about? I've got it after the break. Don't go anywhere and I'll see you in just a few minutes. We're here at our garden party at Jewellery Maker today. I'm joined by Debbie, who's one of our customers. How are you, Debbie?
I'm fine, thank you. Have a lovely day.
Are you having a nice time?
Yeah, really nice, yeah.
Brilliant. I'm here, Debbie, to ask you about a diamond deal that I've got coming up tomorrow. This is coming up at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah. I've got black diamonds, I've got blue diamonds in there, which I've never had before, and some 925 sterling silver. Do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
If I can get home in time, I think I'll try not to speed home because I'd like these.
Well, I think you should, Debbie, because I'm going to bring you the biggest saving we've ever brought to you on a kit before. Right. Shall I tell you how much that's going to be?
Go on then.
£180 saving.
Wow. That is superb. They're top quality. They're beautiful. I've bought black diamonds from here and they're my favourites. And I've loved what I've got, but wow.
Just makes you tune in at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and the blue, it's lovely. You can see it's blue as well, and it's lovely.
They're beautiful, aren't
really
they?
Nice.
Well, good luck. I've got everything crossed for you tomorrow, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Gail, who's come all the way from York to be with us at the garden party today. How are you, Gail?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just wanted to grab you to show you one of our kits that we've got coming up tomorrow, because we are going to make you one of the biggest savings we've ever made you here at Jewellery Maker. Let me show you this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds and 925 sterling silver.
And this is all in one kit?
That's all one kit all together. Because you're not used to seeing diamonds, are you, in a kit together? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I tell you how much that we're going to be saving you on that kit tomorrow?
Yes, please do.
£180 saving.
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. They sparkle in the natural sunlight, they're absolutely gorgeous.
So do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Oh yes, for definite.
Brilliant. We've only got 30 chances, so I'll have everything crossed for you. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker. When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. I've got a star buy for you now. These hemp cords, I talk about them all the time because I love the natural colours. It is something that is very much on trend at the moment, but also great for gents pieces of jewellery. I've seen so many bracelets lately. So stacking and racking is very much on trend, but I've seen so many in your latest fashion stores, just where literally they've taken like one thread and just popped like a little jump ring and a little charm on there, and that's the bracelet and that's it. You know, these, they're some of my favourite colours, natural colours you've got here. You've got your pack of 4 hemp cords here. Now you've got 9 metres on each of those. So you've got 36 metres on one of those, 36 metres. Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36 times 6. Anybody good at maths? Oh, I wish you could have seen Fleur's face. Me? No. 216. Phil just told me, by the way. 216 metres of your hemp cords you've got there. Using all the colours together or just using them individually as well. Sorry, Phil. 3 of them are 1 mil and 3 of them are 0.5 as well. So you've got your finer ones, there we go. Your finer ones, and you've got your thicker ones there as well. So you could macrame with these, you could kumahima, again, you know, you could just simply plait them, finger knit with them if you wanted to. You could crochet with them as well if you wanted to. I love those natural colours, Fleur.
I use these for wish bracelets, because the thing of a wish bracelet is that it's a natural cord that you use with them, so I think these are lovely for the wish bracelets.
Yeah.
Especially if you've got like like the Jaspers and the, you know, those kind of lovely earthy tones look really lovely with them.
I love these. I talk about them all the time. It's got, I don't know, 6 months, maybe even longer, since I've had them. Just trying to find the end so I can take this off and just literally, in fact, let me go for the thicker ones. I found an end. And this is just literally, look, just take one little thread. You could pop one of your smaller jump rings on there and just like, you know, have a little a star charm or anything like that. And that's the kind of thing you could sell for £1.
Yeah. Or just with some of the little spacer beads. Just 3 spacer beads and a knot either end. And then, like you say, just, you know, a couple of pounds.
Yeah. They're so fashionable as well, so on trend. £17.70 is where we should be. 216 metres of your hemp cord you've got there. HG GC 21 at £6.95. I tell you, we have pulled out all the stops for you today with these prices. It is like a clearance day here at Jewellery Maker. £6.95 for 216 metres. What does that work out to per metre, Phil? It's going to work out. Do you know, so for me, I could literally take, I don't know, let's say 3 metres. 3 metres of different colours from one of these. I'd have my money back easily. I mean, how lovely does that look? Just like that, beautiful. Denise in Lancashire, Christine in Essex, Fiona in Nottinghamshire, Maureen, Cleverbine, you've got 2, well done. Faye in South Yorkshire, you've just checked yours out as well. Janet in Lanarkshire, Gloria, 3.2 pence a metre. That's incredible, isn't it? Really, really fantastic. Well done if you've managed to check them out already. If you haven't dialed yet, do it now. 0800 644 655. The picture Jasper that we had earlier on, you know, those gorgeous nuggets with those earthy tones, and you could use them that. In fact, you can use them with pretty much anything and everything that you like, because they will go with anything. I mean, you've got your black there, and you've got your white, so you could perhaps do a design, you know, macrame design, kimihimo design, just using your black and white. That's going to go with anything in your wardrobe. Then kind of use your brown and your sandy colour, your beige colour that you've got there as well. I love those colours.
My friend makes soaps, and she always wraps them in a little bit of paper, and she always puts hessian around them.
Yeah.
And she was paying a fortune for hemp core, Zari. And I told her about the Jewellery Maker hemp cores, and she buys it all from us now, because you can get the colours as well.
Yeah.
So she can match it.
You do actually, thinking about stuff like that, you know, kind of handmade soaps and stuff like that. When you go and buy them, you do find them tied with hemp cord, don't you?
Yeah, with lots of hair. And candles, you know, just putting the label on things. If you've got a craft, you know, stall, just tying the labels onto things. If you use something like this, it just looks really in keeping. It's lovely.
They're lovely. Well done if you managed to get loads of those gone. I'm really gutted about this because it's the first time I've ever seen it, and I'm never going to get it because there's so few left. Now I'm going to hold this straight up. This is such a me piece of jewellery. How much have I got here, Phil? 10. Oh, I'm going to miss out as well. 10 metres of your satellite chain. I've only got 19 chances available. Layered up look. Look at that. Oh, the detail in this is fantastic. Oh, look how sparkly it is as well. Do you know, all that is the lustre off of the links. That's all that is. So even with no gemstones at all, I mean, oh, Fleur, I want to go out. Friday night. And
with 10 metres, you could adorn your whole outfit. You could do your necklace, bracelet, earrings, bag, shoes, the lot.
Wow, how fabulous. Do you know what? In fact, I'm just going to layer it up a little bit more. Who's directing? Claire's back in the hot seat. How was your holly bobs? Good, good. Claire's been on a little romantic getaway. Look, I'm going to layer it up. This is what I would do. I'd be so selfish. I'd be so selfish with this. Just because it's so sparkly. Oh, I really want this chain. Really, really want it. 13 chances. So with 10 metres, isn't that gorgeous? Little black dress, night out. I am good to go. 10 metres, that's 20 16-inch lengths for necklaces. and 10 7-inch lengths for bracelets. I would just be totally selfish with this. I'm going for that layered up look for myself, and then I'll see what I've got left over for everybody else. XYAZ75 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. As you said, Fleur, pop it on your handbag as well. How gorgeous would that look?
And on your shoes, you could sort of like just stitch it onto the back of your shoes and then have it draped all around your foot. So yeah, just like that, like you get there with a layered look all across the top of your foot.
Wow, that would look incredible. This is flying out of the door. Last 3 chances, XYAZ75, massive, massive. Well done if you managed to. I'm a little bit jealous, got to be honest with you. Right. Ooh, jump rings. These are big, and these are rose gold plated as well. Do you know, I think out of all of the jump rings that we bought you earlier on, the rose gold perhaps the most popular. Now these ones are your 9mm jump rings. They are rose gold plated, 925 sterling silver, incredibly, incredibly high end. And you can see again with this one how well they're cut. So well cut, you know, you've got quality then. That's exactly what you want, especially when you're selling your jewellery. Now we were saying earlier on that typically you would only use 2 per design to finish off your necklaces and your bracelets to attach your clasp. Chainmail, you have 20. What could I do with these, Fleur? 9mm ones.
So you could do that reverse towel flower that we were talking about. You can do the double cloud cover segment. You could do your Mobius rings. You could do a really nice, just a small section of box weave. So it's like in between your bracelet, say, you know, your your lovely bracelet. There's so much you can do with 20. I mean, if you want to multi-buy them, then obviously you can do a lot more. But if you just want to have a little bite-sized go at chainmail with precious metal, absolutely perfect. So yeah, you could do the butterfly weave with 9mm as well. You can use the middle bit, and then if you've got the 7mm from before, you can then do the like wing sections off of that. Lots and lots and lots of things you can do with them.
Wow, the possibilities literally endless, aren't they? And they are at £6.95 as well, Fleur. I mean, that's phenomenal value, isn't it? It is. Isn't that just incredible? IPRF81 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. Half of the stock has gone already. Do you know, if you haven't started dialing yet, you can still do it. I know that sometimes here at Jewellery Maker we bring you auctions where there is a low quantity. Don't be put off. Don't think you can't do it. If you don't dial, you will never ever know. Lots of you, oh, I love Claire. Our positive Claire, everyone's got a chance. You do really do. But quite a lot of people stick the things in their baskets as well. So that does give our telephone bidders a little bit of an advantage there, doesn't it? 9 chances is all we have left. Look at that lust. I love rose gold so much.
It'd look lovely with that satellite chain, rose gold and black. So you could connect it all together with those.
Oh, I'm not going to get that.
Oh, we're not going to get it.
I've never seen it before. Right, let's go over and see our Fleur. Second kit today. Oh, I tell you, this would have been perfect on a bridal weekend, wouldn't it? In 2 parts, this kit, and we've been. Oh, this is the one I've got. You know the bracelets I was talking about earlier on.
I got this with Sammy, weren't they?
Oh, I've got that one.
Yeah, I got 2
both
as well.
of them.
Yeah.
Now, any time that we have pearls, you know, I'm always kind of saying, just one strand of pearls. You think about the prices of pearls elsewhere. You know, for a strand of pearls, my goodness me, you know, you can be paying high double figures if you're lucky, well into 3 figures, you know, all the way up to 4 figures, depending on the size of the gemstone, the roundness, the pearlescence, the orient of the gemstone, the location of the gemstone. You know, often, you know, South Sea culture pearls are going to command a much higher price tag than your culture pearls. But, you know, all of this you've got to take into account, really, when you're looking at this kind of gemstone. Now, oh, that design. I have 4 strands. 4 strands. Now, they're not just any pearls. They are all completely natural pearls. All 100% natural. So when you think, oh, do you know, so again, these 2 strands here, I'm looking at them thinking they could be round to the untrained eye. You look at those and think, They look like perfect rounds. Pearls are very rare anyway. I know that we bring them to you a lot here at Jewellery Maker, but actually when you think about you know, that a pearl, it takes years and years to grow, and you've got to rely on that mollusk producing a pearl that is of gemstone quality. You know, the amount of times that you know, you can unturn a mollusk if you like, and then no, that one's no good, no, next one, that one's no good, next one, that one's no good. You know, you are looking for just one pearl in that mollusk that is of gemstone quality. And then when you think about how many times you've got that in just one strand, I mean, this strand alone, pearl knotted, 95 sterling silver clasp, you're going to have your money back on the entire kit? I think you probably will. So, you've got 4 strands of your freshwater culture pearls. One strand 6 by 5 to 9 by 8 millimeters in size, one at 8 by 6 to 12 by 6 millimeters at size, one 8 to 9 millimeters, and your potato pearls 6 by 5 to 7 by 6 millimeters in size. So all very, very sizable indeed. You have, this is like a dream come true, 180 meters of your silk. Oh, 0.1 millimeter gauge you've got there. How far would 180 metres go, Fleur?
It goes a long, long way because I've got, well, this is my second sample, but I've got a lot left on my first one, and I knotted to set the necklace and the bracelets, and then the
wow.
And then the other bracelets are just threaded on without knots in between.
Yeah. So I asked how far 180 metres can go. Director Claire said
180 metres.
180 metres.
I missed that one. I should have said that, shouldn't I?
I've missed her. 180 metres will go a long, long way when it comes to pearl knotting. And the bracelet, this is the bracelet that I've got, and I had this in a kit. I've got it at home, and I had it in a kit a couple of weeks ago with another bracelet. And all Sammy did with hers was simply pop a pearl onto a solid stone silver head pin and pop that on, and it looks gorgeous. And you know what? I bought it for my sister's special birthday. I have to say 21st. I'm not allowed to say which one it was actually, but it was a very special birthday. And I bought my sister. I got my money to keep her, you know, give her something that she could keep. So I got one in my kit. Put a pearl on because that was her birthstone, June, and that's a lovely gift that she's got there. And birthstone weekend coming up as well. Perfect. You could add any gemstone you like onto that if you wanted to. That is beautiful. That's 925 sterling silver as well, your bracelet there. 6.5 inches in your length there, 6.5 inches in length. 180 metres of your silk there, and 4 strands. Now, can I just show you? In fact, Fleur, I'm going to ask you because I can't stop looking at this piece. This is so bridal, this piece, isn't it? Pearl knotted. You've got your 925 findings at the back there as well, which I've got coming up for you in just a second. What kind of price tag would you pop on something like this?
About £65.
Wow. So already we're at £53.70. Now, if you came in on the web today and bought all of these components individually, that is the price tag that you would be paying. Fleur, you've got your money back already, and that's not where we're going. £33.95. 4 strands of genuine pearls you've got here. Your silk, 180 metres. How far is that going to go, Fleur?
180 metres.
Excellent.
Thanks, Claire.
And you've got your 925 bracelet there as well at just £33.95. IFGC 70. Fleur, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, what kind of price would you pop on the earrings?
Those earrings,
yeah,
they'd probably be about £20, those ones, because they've got a lot of chain in them and your earring findings. The bracelet, the double bracelet there, takes 3/4 of the pearls on one strand.
Okay.
So I've still got all these pearls left. Put it that way, you can see it better.
Wow.
So the majority of them are the size in the bracelet as well.
Pearls for me, no-brainer, no-brainer. Can I just say hello to all of our ladies that are in on the garden party today? They've all come into the studio. Are you having a nice time?
Yes!
Is there any prims left?
No.
Prosecco? Wow, that'll do, that'll do. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. It's lovely to have you here today. We've got a garden party going on at Jewellery Maker today. I sniffed out the pims before I came on air. Yes, I did. You're here till 4 o'clock, are you? Yes. Yeah? Lovely, lovely. Have a lovely afternoon, won't you? I'm very jealous. They've got food, they've got marquee, they've got pims, they've got Prosecco, they've got demonstration. You've done a demo this morning as well, haven't you, Fleur?
Yeah.
I tell you, it's such a good day, isn't it? A little garden party, why not, eh? £33.95. Loads of you with these in baskets right now. Get checking out as soon as you can now. And there is a second part to this kit as well. You can't have pearls without 925 sterling silver, can you? And I've got a lot of it for you as well. Findings, essential part of your jewellery making stash at home. You know, you can't make jewellery without having these findings. This particular kit that I've got here, look at this chain. 925 sterling silver bracelet chain. Again, just look at how well made that is. You've got so much silver. So much silver there. Phil, I think we're missing some of this. Yeah, I've got quite a long list on my... there we go. Yeah, there's more to it. There you go. You can see on the still there. I haven't got all of it here, but there is a little bit more. You can see on the picture there, you've got lobster claw fastenings. Look at that charm as well. Oh, I can see it in the necklace now. I can see. There is loads. Loads. So I have your head pins, your ball head pins, 15 of those, 925 sterling silver. As I was saying earlier on, guest designer Sammy, last time she was here and I had a pearl kit with 925, the bracelet, that's all we did. Pop a pearl onto a 925 head pin and then wrap that on there and that's it. That could be, I mean, that would take you, I mean, it took me, to be fair, when I did it for my sisters, it took me about, it did take me a good 5 minutes because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, but also, you know, 925 sterling silver, it's quite, it is malleable, but it does take a bit of work. And also to get that right, I wanted it perfect. So it took me 5 minutes. So let's just say 5 minutes work. Pop the pearl on there as well. That is something that I would sell at kind of £40, you know, for just one pearl on there. I've got my money back on the kit. So I've got your head pins there. I've got your 8-inch length of bracelet chain there as well. Look at this. Oh. Now, wouldn't this be perfect for the bracelet that I had earlier on? Do you remember the one that came in 2 halves? You could literally just pop that in the centre, couldn't you? Or if you're brave enough, cut this one. It's entirely up to you. There are 10. There are, yeah, 10 lobster claw fastenings. That's a lot, isn't it, in a pack? You know, normally you kind of get 2 different sizes, but you've got 10 lobster claw. In fact, I lie. There's not 10, there's 11. I've got 10 at the smaller size there, 3x2, I beg your pardon, let's just find, there we go, 10x4mm in size, your smaller clasp. And then I've got a larger one there at 11x6mm in size. I've got a toggle clasp in there, I've got crimps, I've got crimp covers, I've got jump rings, and I've got 2 pairs of your shepherd's hooks findings. Now, with 95 sterling silver and pearls, we're talking high end, you know. I mean, what do you think off the top of your head, Fleur? If you're kind of selling all of these pieces, if you can toss it up quickly in your head, what kind of money, what kind of return do you think you're going to get back?
50, 110, 200, 300, 300, £320.
Woo! £320 potential. The first kit we took down to $33.95 for 4 strands of pearls, the 925 bracelet and your silk thread in there. All of these findings, £18.95 for today. That is phenomenal. You don't have to come in and get both parts of the kit today if you don't want to work on this project. You could just be coming in for the 925 findings to add to your Tanzanite stash, to add to your amethyst stash, for your pieces that you've got at home. Maybe it's commissions that you do and you want your 925 for that as well. Get this home. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. That 30 days does not start from today. It starts from the day that you get these delivered to your door in a couple of days' time. Then you've got 30 days to think about it. Remember, 925 sterling silver will add value to any piece of jewellery for you, and that's very important to remember. So especially if you're selling on your jewellery, I know Fleur, you've said to me before in the past that if you're selling a pair of earrings, no matter what the gemstone, if you're using 925, it's going to be a minimum of £15 to £20, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. As soon as you put that 925
you've got to, haven't you? And there is so much 925 sterling silver here as well. 0800 644 655. I've got multi-buyers on this one. Do make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. I love that. In fact, I've still got the bracelet on. Do you remember the bracelet that came in 2 halves? It would be so easy, wouldn't it, Fleur, to just literally pop some jump rings on there. In fact, the jump rings are already on there, aren't they?
You just need 2 jump rings, 2 open jump rings just to connect it in.
There you go. And that would look so pretty, wouldn't it? So you could add that to your £6.95 bracelet that we got earlier on, or you could use it in with this design that you've got today. There's no reason why you couldn't pop that on there if you wanted to via a jump ring, and add a pearl onto the end of that one. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Love that. Well done if you've managed to get those findings. Right, Fleur, what are you going to show us, lovely?
So I'm going to show you how to pearl knot.
Yeah, excellent.
But I'm going to show you, like I show you with my jump rings, I'm going to supersize it up a little bit, just because you wouldn't see.
I thought that was a block of Parmesan cheese. I was thinking, oh my gosh, she's left some Parmesan, on the board.
It's a staple ingredient.
Just in case, make sure you've got your Parmesan cheese.
It's beeswax.
Brilliant, yeah, together.
Okay, so with the silk, like I say, if I was to pearl knot with the silk, you wouldn't see it. With this silk, what you get is the ability to create as thicker silk strands as you want.
Right.
By itself, silk is very, very weak, if you like, because it's a natural fibre, so it snaps very, very easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do is show you how to condition your silk so that you can then use it for your pearl knotting. So because this is 0.1, so if you put 10 together, you make 1 mil. So do you get what I mean? So what you need to do is, I'll only do a little bit because I'm not going to actually pearl knot with this. I'm going to use some of the larger piece S-lons. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a couple of strands of this to show you how you can condition it and how to make it stronger. So any seamstresses out there will know this little trick of popping it through the beeswax to make it strong. So it's a great way of being able to use smaller pearls, larger pearls. You know, this one reel, I could do different thicknesses and create the pearl knots on each and every strand of pearls, because they've all got different size drill holes in them. So I'm just going to take 4. So I think for most of them I've used between 6 and 9 strands. So with 4 strands together, you can see how it's got a little bit thicker. Now to condition this, we need a little bit of beeswax. Now we did have some Parmesan cheese. Don't use Parmesan, it won't work as well. You could try, but I don't think it won't work as well. And what you're going to do is you're just going to start to run it through the beeswax. Now we have had a block of beeswax on before a couple of weeks ago, so it's exactly the same techniques. You're just running it through and you're just coating that silk with the beeswax. And now, just 4 strands.
Wow.
Are really, really tough.
Does that make a difference?
Makes a huge difference. So this way now you can pearl knot. So what you need to look at is how big the drill hole is in your pearl as to how many strands of silk you're going to use.
Right.
What you can then do as well, what I tend to do is pop a needle onto this. Now you can either buy specific pearl needles or collapsible beading needles. Or if you've got some 0.25 wire, take a little bit of that and just cut yourself a needle. So we're going to do the same with the S-lon in a second. And then just pop it around, bend it over, and then what you're going to do is just twist your wire to create your needle. So what you've got now in effect is what you would normally see on those little cards of silk. So now I've got my needle. So now what you can do is just pop your pearls on and just make sure that they go onto that section there, and that when you knot them, that the knot's going to not go back inside the pearl. So that's how you can then dictate how many strands you need. Typically for a necklace, you're better off going with about 1 meter's long of your silk. So if you take 1 meter and then, because you don't want to get really near the end and find out you've not got enough silk, because you can't add in the silk at all. So as you can see there, you can see each knot's a little bit more chunkier because obviously when you knot it together, the beeswax doesn't discolour the white thread either, so you won't see it at all. And it will start to, the more you use this, the more you introduce pearls over the top, it'll start to sort of like melt it together. So it becomes one single piece of strands, if you like. As you are using it, if it does come apart like that, don't worry. When you knot it, you won't see it. So that's how you condition your silk thread to be able to use it for pearl knotting. But what I'm going to do to show you is I'm going to use a brightly coloured Eslon just so you can see, and I've got some really big gemstones as well, so you can see how to actually pearl knot. So that's the first part done, so that's your conditioning.
Sorry, Fleur, can I just say hello to the lovely ladies before they all disappear? We've got a second half, well, I say second half. There's a lot of them today, I tell you, at the garden party as well. I think I've seen you on the telly, Gail, already. Can we have a weather update? Because apparently the weather's turned, has it?
Just a second, it just went...
Oh, no. All right, stop rubbing it in. All right, they got marquee, they got buffet, Prosecco, Pims, fine. Is it nice food? Director Wes is just saying the food's lovely.
We'll have another one soon.
Yeah. Lovely. Watch this space. Another garden party coming your way, hopefully before the weather gets any worse. Can't really get any worse, can it, to be fair? Sorry, Fleur, I should let you carry on with me.
So I'm going to now transfer over to the Eslon, just so that you can see it easier, and the actual gemstones as well. Because if not, as I said to Phil, it probably would look like the Invisible Man, because you wouldn't really see it. Because what you do need to...
What does the Invisible Man look like?
I don't know, nobody can see him. Although sometimes he wears a coat and a hat, so then you can see his coat and hat.
Ah, floating coat and hat.
So to pearl knot, you just need two little bits of equipment. So you need your macrame board or your Kumihimo disc. So something that's like a memory foam. And you need a pin. So this is an actual pearl knotting awl that we do, and we did two together. I think they're on the website. If you haven't got an awl, then you can use something like a macrame T-pin or a darning needle. What you can't use is the one that comes out the small toolkit. Because that's got a serrated edge. So the serrated edge will actually rip the shred the silk as you're using it. So they're the two bits of equipment that you need. You also need just a little bit of 0.25 wire to make your needle, unless you've got your collapsible beading needles. Now the way that I pearl knot is I use a sterling silver bead or a metal seed bead at the beginning and at the end of each strand. So what I did is I took the bracelet and I cut it up. And I've used the little beads to actually go through twice, because traditionally when you pearl knot you'd have to ream out the pearl to be able to go through it twice. Well, this makes it a lot easier to actually use. So when I got the bracelet I was like, oh, they're all individual little beads, so I can actually use those. So I cut it up, and then I used obviously the centre section. You've also then got an extra clasp as well, so you've now got 12 clasps if you like. So what you're going to do then is, we did a couple of months ago huge, amazing deals on
we did
on this amazing French wire. Now French wire is just a gizmo coil, if you like, of silver plated wire. Now you can either use the French wire that you've got if you've got any in your stash. If not, if you use the smallest mandrel on your gizmo coiler and 0.25 wire, you can make your own. So you only typically need a couple of centimetres. So a centimetre on each end of your actual piece. So to start your pearl knotting, I'm going to take my Eslon, and again, you know, I'm just using this Eslon just to supersize it up, and I'm going to make myself a needle. So all I'm doing is twisting that 0.25 wire round, so that it then sort of like creates a needle that's bonded onto my Eslon. And it doesn't matter if that bit's a little bit going the wrong way. I've untwisted it.
Brilliant.
No, I can't remember which way I was going. That'll do. That'll do. So to start off your pearl knotting, I've got plenty here because I don't want to poke you in the eye with it at all. And I'm going to use, what I use for the silks are these beadsmith pliers, because these are like scissors. So you'll cut it and it'll be nice and sharp, so it won't fray at all. So I'm just going to take my first metal bead, or my first seed bead. Now in the designs, this is the sterling silver beads that came off the bracelet.
Right.
So I'm going to take my first bead and I'm going to pop it all the way down to nearly the end. Okay. And now I'm going to take my French wire. So I'm going to now just pop this through the French wire. Now I'm using the 1mm French wire, but depending on the size of your thread that you're using, if I can get it through there, let me try it down there. It's because the beading needles split.
There we go.
This is the hardest part of the design.
Tell you what, I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to quickly bring on these pearls. I don't want to put you under pressure.
Sorry.
It's always worse when someone's watching, isn't it? I couldn't do it. Have a look at these. These are huge. Huge, huge, huge. Cultured pearl nuggets you've got here. You could incorporate these into any of these designs. Just simply top up your pearl stash today. Look at those pearlescents. Look at those pearlescents. Look at those pearlescent pearls. There we go. 12 by 10 to 11 by 12 millimeters in size. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 34 individual pearls you've got there. Should be £14.95. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Add to your order price tag coming your way. 0800 644 655 £7.95 for you this afternoon. DWPO 61 is your code for these. They are beautiful. They're so lustrous, aren't they? You'd never ever think if you saw Fleur wearing this necklace today that she'd only paid £7.95. Anybody wearing it for that matter. That's just incredible value, isn't it? Well done if you've got yours already. If not, you can dial now. You can still do it. Perhaps you're on the phone to the call centre from a previous auction. Just add this one onto your order. No extra cost on your P&P. Just 1p in any one day from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight. Incredible value. DWPO 61. Well done if you've managed to get those.
Okay, so I've got my French wire on there now.
Amazing.
And now what I'm going to do is pop my jump ring on. So we need to put our jump ring on so that can attach our clasp.
Okay.
If you want to pop your clasp straight on, you can just go through the ring on the clasp and use that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back through this metal seed bead back towards the tail end to curl this little piece of French wire line into a horseshoe. So if I just pick that one up and just go through. Do you know what it is? It's because I'm so far away from it, because usually when I pearl knot, I work with it really close up. So all I'm going to do is bring that round. Now your French wire can be a little bit fragile, as in it can pull out of shape. So you just have to take your time just to make it curl around.
Okay.
So just give it a little pull there. And so when you get it to that stage there, you can just then take the two ends and just encourage it around. So it creates. And all it's going to do is just protect the thread against the clasp. So that's all French wire actually does. It just protects that thread to stop it wearing through. And now what I'm going to do is just tie a simple overhand knot. And this is going to be my first knot in place. And I always do a double one, because what I do then is I cover the knot with a crimp cover as well. So I've got like a double silver spacer. So I won't do that at the moment because I want to get on to pearl knot in itself. So that's my first knot in place. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is move that over. Now what I would do is pop a little bit of hypo cement glue onto there, and when you glue up the side of the tail end as well. Okay. So when you cut it off, you don't get any fraying, because if you don't glue it and seal it, when you cut it, it'll just fray into a halo. Okay. So I'm going to take my first pretend pearl and pop that on and go all the way down to the bottom. That's my first pearl in place. I'm now going to do my overhand knot. So the way that I do that, I'm going to put the actual pearl into the palm of my hand, go around the top of my hand so it crosses over on the top of my index finger, and just come through like a normal knot all the way down. So now what I've got is I've got the cross of the knot at the top and the loop of the knot at the bottom. Now this has to be the same way every single time, or the knots won't stay uniform all the way around. Okay. So if you've got a little board, you could put a cross at the top and a loop at the bottom, just draw it onto there. You're going to take your beading awl or your pin or whatever you're using, and now you're going to pull the longest part and pull it close all the way up so it's touching that bead.
Yeah.
So the knot actually has to touch that bead.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to take my next pearl. So the way that I pearl knot, everybody pearl knots differently, but I pearl knot this way, and this is almost used like a pusher pearl.
Okay.
I've just got a knot in there. Let me just quickly take that knot out so it won't go over the top. Sorry.
It's all right.
There we go. So we go all the way down again. So take that all the way down. So it's now meeting the next pearl, if you like. What I'm now going to do is support these two pearls. So I'm going to put my fingers over the top and take my beading all out.
Right.
Now, if you can see how that's sitting, can you see the knot is really close to the pearl that's here?
Yeah.
Now, this pearl has to push that knot close.
Right.
So if I pulled it now, the knot would probably come away.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is take the thread into the palm of my hand, and I'm going to use my thumb and my first finger to push those two beads together.
Right.
Now, so I'm just holding the end here, and I'm pushing them together, and as I push, I'm just pulling the S-long cord, or what will be your silk cord, through till the knot's tight. And now all I'm going to do is push it, and now that knot has cemented that one in place. So I'm going to do my next knot. So again, around my put the pearls into the palm of my hand, through, do an overhand knot, and my things come off. That's just typical. Let me see if I can just thread it on without using that. There we go. So I've got my knot, I've got my loop, my crosses at the top, my loops at the bottom. I'm going to pop my beading all in, and I'm going to pull the pearls up towards it. Okay. Now you've got to make sure that this knot stays close to the one that you need to cement in place. I'm now going to push my next pearl all the way down, and you can even give it a little wiggle so it's going to stay there. Now you're going to support those two pearls by popping your hand over the top of them. If you don't support them and pull this out, what you could do is catch your thread, which is easier with silk than it is with S-long, and it will tighten. Because once that knot's tight, you won't be able to undo it. Once it's in place, it's stuck. So if the knot comes away from the pearl and it's too far away, there's nothing you can do about it. You'd have to cut it up or pop a crimp cover over the top and cover it. So again, I've got the knot that's closest to the pearl where I need to keep in place. My loose pusher pearl's here. So I'm going to take my S-long cord into my hand using my thumb and my first finger, and the aim of the game is to get these two pearls touching. So I'm going to push them together and pull the S-long cord through, and then finally give it a little push, and there you've got your second knot in place. And if you do it like that all the way through, you will find you'll get uniform knots the whole way. But what you've got to be careful of is that you don't swap over the cross. The cross always stays at the bottom, the loop always stays at the cross at the top, loop at the bottom. I just pop my next pearl on.
How long does it take you typically to do a whole necklace?
About an hour and a half. But I mean, I've been pearl knotting for a long time, so it's, for me, it's quite a lot quicker. What I do is, if I haven't pearl knotted for a week and I need to pearl knot a string of some pearls, I practice with S-long and larger beads to start with, because it's getting your technique, it's getting your eye in all the time, if you like. Because what you don't want to happen is get right to the end of a pearl knotted necklace, and then the last one doesn't go as close as you want, because then you're going to have to cut it all up and start again. And we have a little mantra in the pearl knotting workshops: every knot matters. Every knot matters.
Get yourself t-shirt.
That's what we do. Every knot matters, because as soon as you get a little bit complacent, so if I take this out now, and we'll do one that's a little bit wrong. So can you see if I've just pulled that knot slightly further away, and now if I pull it tight now, can you see as I start to pull it, it's not going to keep this knot in place. So what you can do at that point there is just pop your beading all back in and pull it tighter. Now, if you get really good at pearl knotting, pearls tend to be restrung every 1 to 2 years, depending on the size of the pearls and depending on the weight of the pearls and how much it's being worn. So what I tend to do when I sell any pearl knotted jewellery, I always say within like a year or 2 years, if you want it restringing, just bring it back to me and I'll restring it. Because restringing pearls, I had a lady come on the workshop and she'd been quoted nearly £200 to restring her own pearls, which is a lot of money.
Wow.
So she paid for the workshop and learnt a technique, you know, and
wow.
So pearl knotting
Goodness
isn't, when you go to a jeweller's to have pearls restrung, they don't have like a general person doing. They are specific pearl knotters that will just knot pearls all the time. Yeah. And depending on the size of the pearls, depends on how many knots per inch, and they charge per inch.
Goodness me.
So it's quite expensive. Yeah. It is a very expensive way of knotting, of having something restrung. I don't tend to restring too many vintage pearls because they take a lot of time to clean and everything, so I tend to just do. But I sell my pearl knotted necklaces at between 100 and 110, depending if they've got anything else on them. And nobody blinks at the price tag because they've seen those prices, well, thousands for pearls in high streets and boutique jewellers. Yeah. So it's just like chainmail. It's just a repetition. So you go all the way through, and you just keep knotting. You just keep pushing those, pushing them together, and you can see that each knot then is absolutely, you know, perfect. So if it's that little one there is just a little bit, it's just pointing down a little bit. It just means you just need to manipulate it back into place, and you just carry on going until you've got your desired length. So what I'll do is I'll just do one more, and then I'll show you how to finish it off as well, because finishing off is slightly different to when we started. So it's still the same technique, it's still the same, but it's just how you've only got one end, if you like, of your. See, I've threaded those without no problems. Now I can't see that one. Come on, there you go. With me one good eye.
One good eye.
Me one good eye. So again, support the pearls, or the obsidian in this case, and using the thread. And you just got to sort of like, once you pull this too tight and you realise it's not in the right place, there's nothing you can do about it. So you just got to push them together and pull, and then at the last little push, and then that's that there. So then to finish off, exactly the same sort of technique. We're going to add on our metal seed bead, or your sterling silver one, because you've got all those lovely sterling silver beads there. I wonder if I can get this through there without a needle. This could
Come on,
prove.
Just to point out, Fleur would normally have a needle on the end of that.
It's just fallen off.
It fallen off. I'm going to let you do that one, and I'm going to bring on the chain. There you go. We'll take the pressure off Fleur for a second. Chain, have a look at this. 925 sterling silver chain, two-tone. Yes, please. Very, very designer. Isn't that just gorgeous? Beautiful chain. Look at the size of the links as well. Look at the size of the links you've got there. So you could quite easily get your head pins through there, attach any gemstones to them if you want to do any charms, anything like that. If you're brave enough, again, no reason why you can't cut your gold section out and use that in your earrings, and then rejoin your silver section, or vice versa with that as well. That is 50 centimetres in length. What's that in inches? I don't have my centimetres over here. I can't hear you, Phil.
6 inches is 15, just over 15 centimetres. So
right.
I can't work
20 inches. About 20, I was thinking, thanks for that, Fleur, because that doesn't help me whatsoever. 20 inches approximately length. So you could just literally add a jump ring, one of your 11 lobster claw fastenings from your kit that you've just got, and just have that as a beautiful two-tone chain that you've got there. KRDL75 is your code for this one, at just £14.95. So it might be that actually you just want to cut out those gold sections and create some earrings just like Fleur's made there, and pop the pearls on the gold section if that's your preference. Maybe gold-plated sterling silver, beautifully high-end. 0800 644 655. Antoinette, what a gorgeous name.
It's a lovely name.
Just having a name like Antoinette. Sounds very, it's very regal, isn't it? Love that. Jennifer in County Antrim, you're there as well. Sylvia, congratulations to you. Elizabeth, you've got yours. Gail, Deirdre, well done to you. You've got yours in Belfast. Collect it in Bedfordshire. You're there. Collect it in Leicestershire. Well done, Wendy. You've got yours as well. Lillian, congratulations. And there's absolutely loads and loads of you coming through. Well done. £14.95 steals today. Remember, you got 1pm from midnight last night right through until midnight tonight. Incredible. Right, I'm going to let you carry on, Fleur.
Excuse me.
It's all right.
So I've now finished my very, very small bracelet that I'm for a borrower. What I've done is I've done exactly the same. So I've added my metal seed bead, and then I've got my piece of French wire, my jump ring that's there, and I've gone back through the metal seed bead. So what I haven't done is I haven't knotted this last one in place.
Okay, yeah.
Because my knot that I'm going to create now will sit into the middle there.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Love it. Nobody panic. We've got our third lot of jewellery makers in today. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. You having a nice day, ladies and gents? Yes. Good. Is the sun back out yet?
Yeah, it's back out.
Oh, is it? Oh, thank goodness. Hi, Lola. Where's my chocolate cake? What? There's no chocolate cake left. Unbelievable, I tell you.
You best send your mum down the garage.
Huh? Oh, wow. Do you know, it's funny that everybody always says to me, don't worry, there's alcohol. I don't know what people must think of me, you know. Even 7-year-old children. It's lovely to have you today, ladies. You're going to come back for the next garden party?
Yes.
Brilliant. Hopefully I won't be working next time so I can join you for the whole day.
I'm already planning it.
Excellent, Wendy. Count me in, put my name on top of that list. I'm not missing out next time, I tell you. Have a lovely rest of day, ladies and gents. See you soon. Okay, Fleur, I shall let you carry on.
Okay, so I've done exactly the same as what I did before, and I've curled it round and I've made that little horseshoe shape.
Yeah.
Now what I've got now is I've got the end of my silk cords.
Right.
So if I've used 8 silk cords, what I'm going to do is take 4 to one side and 4 to the other. But just for the sake of this, I'm just going to unravel this S-lon just so you can see.
Okay.
This S-lon doesn't want to come undone. Why don't you want to come undone? So what you would do, anyway, you'd unravel it so you've got 2 ends, and then you would just tie an overhand knot exactly the same place in between that first bead and your last, so your metal seed bead and your last pearl.
Yeah.
Sorry,
just using 4 of them.
But yeah, so if you've used 10, you take 5 to one side and 5 to the other. So just get a level amount, if you like. Every time I use S-lon. There we go. So now what you can do is just use that. So this S-lon's gone 3, and there's only 3 sections of cords in an S-lon. So I'm just going to tie it into a nice secure knot, so you can see that that knot that I've just produced there is going to be the same size as these knots, because I'm going to do it double. Yeah. So that it keeps the same suit all the way along. So what you've got now is you've got your 2 ends completely finished off, and again you just glue either end and all the way up this, you know, quite a way up. Now I do use my, this is really old, it's quite shameful actually to bring on telly. I use my, that was even got something stuck to it. It's even worse. So your hypo cement's absolutely brilliant because you've got that needle on the end. So then you can just go in and just dab it on. Now you do have to be very careful when you're putting glue near pearls, because you don't want the actual glue to touch the pearl. So you just, this is why this glue is so perfect. So you just let a little bit, there we go, and then just go up the side there. And then what you can do, like I said before, just to cover this knot again, is pop a little crimp cover over there, because you've got those lovely crimp covers within your kit anyway. So you just do that all the way along, and the only difference that I've done in the one with the chain cascade on it is I've used the centre section of the bracelet, you know, the centre, the charm holder from the bracelet, and I've just used 2 of the sterling silver beads either side, just to create a feature in the middle, because I wanted 2 feature, I wanted 2 feature necklaces, and I only had that one centre section, you know, the beautiful big disc. So I wanted to create another one, and then just attach your chains to it. And the head pins went through all the pearls, every single pearl. I tried with the head pin, apart from the Keshi pearls. I couldn't get it through the Keshi pearl, but the other 3 strands of Baroque rice potato pearls, they all went through absolutely perfectly. So yeah, it's a really lovely kit, because this, I mean, I've knotted all of those pieces there, and I've still got tons left. I bet I've got about over 100 metres left.
It just goes and goes, doesn't it? It's such phenomenal value what you've got in these kits today. Really, really is. Make sure you're checking out as soon as you can if you've still got those in baskets. Oh, I love them. Just that you like them. Oh, look at these. How many do we have? Yeah, but how many, quantity-wise? 80 chances. Not going to be enough. Oh, Fleur. Do you know, just using something like this, even just at the back, you know, down that little bit of attention to detail, that finishing off, that can make all the difference in your pieces when it comes to selling them. You've got 925 sterling silver, again, adding value to all of your pieces. So, Fleur's bracelet that she's got here, could have just added one of those into there if she'd have wanted to. That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? The bracelet that I've got on as well, the one that you got earlier on for $6.95, that's the one. Just in the middle there, it came in 2 halves. You could just pop one of those spacers in the centre there and join that together that way if you wanted to, with 5 pieces. I mean, that's a pair of earrings, it's your pendant, it's your bracelet that you've got there as well. It's your whole suite, isn't it?
It's a little flower girl suite, isn't it?
They're just beautiful. NQ. RF57 is your code for this one. 0800 644 655. I think, in fact, with both of the kits that you've had today, the lavender, the amethyst and the pearls. In fact, these pearls with all of the lavender kit that we had earlier on. They look gorgeous. £9.95. That's £2 per component for you today for 925 sterling silver. Giving them away indeed, Director Wesley. They are so pretty.
As well, aren't they?
Really substantial.
Really substantial pieces.
They're gorgeous. So much work gone into these for you as well. You've got a lot of sterling silver there as well. 0800 644 655. Question, Angela in Surrey says, Fleur, do you double the thread through the needle and then thread double thread through pearls, or do you have a tail?
So you can, so if you go to Baroque style pearl threading, that's when you have 2 ends. So you can do Baroque style where you just do an overhand knot and pull the both ends together. So you can do that. You need 2 needles on each end though.
Okay.
I tend to work with just a tail of the silk that's left over, and then just so you've got to make sure that your pearl goes over double the amount of threads, and then still keep the knot on the outside. So you can see that if this was on a thinner thread, these beads would go over the top of that knot. So you do need to make sure that the knot stays on the outside of the hole that's in the pearls, and that it goes over double the amount of threads that you're using. So when I started doing the necklace with the tassel on, I think I used about 12 threads, and I had to take 3 off because it wouldn't go over the double. You know, when you're going over that needle, and that's just just to keep the knot on the outside.
I just love all of these, Fleur. They're so pretty, aren't they? I mean, pearls, they are a timeless classic, aren't they? And to have something like this, you know, that you can make. Imagine, you know, I guess a lot of people that have pearl necklaces passed down to them are pearl necklaces that somebody has bought. But to have a pearl necklace that perhaps, you know, your grandmother actually made, you know, pearl knotted, I think that's just so lovely, isn't it? NQRF57 is your code for these 925 sterling silver. Incredible prices for you today. I tell you, it's been phenomenal. And you know what, we've still got an hour left as well. Is that you done, Fleur? Fantastic. So I love to see as well, different, because as you said, a lot of people pearl knot differently. It's great to see, isn't it? Because, you know, what works best for you might be different for somebody else. You know, we're all different when it comes. I like that technique.
Well, some people use knotting tools. I personally can never get on with them. I prefer to use something that I've, you know, my all. Because when I learnt to pearl knot, it was by somebody that very traditional. They've been pearl knotting in their generation for 3 generations. Wow. So the 3rd generation jeweller that showed me how to knot pearls. So
Gosh. Great to see these techniques though, isn't it? And like you say, once you do it, you know, when you do it a lot, you can build your speed up.
That's
and again, time is money. This kit, by the way, phenomenal. Fleur said roughly £300 to £350 in this kit for her with all the pieces she's made today. We're at £33.95. 4 strands of genuine pearls you've got there. 180 metres of your silk thread. How far is that going to go, Fleur?
180 metres.
Amazing. And you've got your 925 sterling silver bracelet, which again, if you feel confident enough to cut into that and you want to use that as separate components, you can. Fleur looked at this and just thought, spacer beads, look at all of those spacer beads. So you could use that like that. And you've got an extra lobster claw fastening there to add to the 925 kit that you've already got as well. £33.95 for you this afternoon. Still got about 20 to 30 of those in baskets right now. Do you remember you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee? I mean, can you imagine the valuation of one of these pieces, Fleur? I mean,
yeah.
You'd be laughing, wouldn't you?
You would. You would.
925 sterling silver as well. Brilliant.
I always think it's the most easiest thing to sell if you sell your jewellery, pearl jewellery.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to say why it's that price tag. Like the chainmail,
yeah.
Some people, I had a lady say to me, oh, do you like buy all the sections and then just put the clasps on and sit down? So you have to explain how to make it. But with pearl jewellery, people know because they've got that inherent value.
Yeah, of course. Don't go anywhere. We've got the deal of the day coming up for you in just literally a couple of minutes' time. See you in a jiffy. I'm here with Gail, who's come all the way from York to be with us at the garden party today. How are you, Gail?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just wanted to grab you to show you one of our kits that we've got coming up tomorrow, because we are going to make you one of the biggest savings we've ever made you here at Jewellery Maker. Let me show you this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds and 925 sterling silver.
And this is all in one kit?
That's all one kit altogether. Because you're not used to seeing diamonds, are you, in a kit together? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I tell you how much that we're going to be saving you on that kit tomorrow?
Yes, please do.
£180 saving.
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. They sparkle in the natural sunlight, they're absolutely gorgeous.
So do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Oh yes, for definite.
Brilliant. We've only got 30 chances, so I'll have everything crossed for you. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
Get creative with Mark Smith with his Craft Fair DVD. Mark guides you through 6 sections of fascinating techniques that sell the best on his very own successful craft fairs. He concludes this DVD by sharing his own tips and hints that make his own stalls very popular. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
We're here at our garden party at Jewellery Maker today. I'm joined by Debbie, who's one of our customers. How are you, Debbie?
I'm fine, thank you. Have a lovely day.
Are you having a nice time?
Yeah, really nice, yeah.
Brilliant. I'm here, Debbie, to ask you about a diamond deal that I've got coming up tomorrow. This is coming up at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah. I've got black diamonds, I've got blue diamonds in there, which I've never had before, and some 925 sterling silver. Do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
If I can get home in time, I think I'll try not to speed home because I'd like these.
Well, I think you should, Debbie, because I'm going to bring you the biggest saving we've ever brought to you on a kit before. Right. Shall I tell you how much that's going to be?
Go on then.
£180 saving.
Wow. That is superb. They're top quality. They're beautiful. I've bought black diamonds from here and they're my favourites. And I've loved what I've got, but wow.
Just makes you tune in at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and the blue, it's lovely. You can see it's blue as well, and it's lovely.
They're beautiful, aren't
really
they?
Nice.
Well, good luck. I've got everything crossed for you tomorrow, Debbie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your deal of the day today, you've got your second chance to get Abalone. I was in the workshop this morning with our customers that are here on our garden party. And a couple of them said about Abalone being the gemstone that is so on trend right now. And they're having a good old rummage through all of our pieces that we've got in the shop out there as well, getting themselves some bargains. A lot of them looking for Abalone. Your deal of the day, this takes place every day, 3 times a day, if you're lucky, if quantity stretches that far. So you have your first opportunity to get it at 11 o'clock in the morning, then you've got another chance at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then you've got another chance at 8 o'clock in the evening as well. only if there's quantity available. Now today I'm bringing you all 3 strands. You're getting 3 strands, different shapes. You've got your pear shapes, your drops, your ovals, and your rectangles there as well. Now abalone always has, or always should, I should say, have this incredible iridescence. The iridescence that I'm referring to is the display of colour that you can see coming off of the gemstones there. So you've got greens, you've got blues, you've got purples, you've got violets, you've got pinks, you've got golden hues there. In fact, there isn't a colour I can think of that I can't see within these gemstones. But no 2 will be exactly the same. In fact, you know, each side of them completely different. So if I show you this side of this gemstone here, and then I turn that over, and you can see how different it is there. So, you know, you're never going to get 2 identical gemstones. Something that is this unique should, and rightly so, come with a massive price tag. You know, you're looking at the only one in the world that you're going to have there, one of a kind, essentially. But that's not what we're about here at Jewellery Maker. We're bringing you these gemstones individually unique, every single one, quite a few times over as well. I'm going to count out how many pairs you've got there actually. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. That's 8 pairs of earrings for me. You know the 925 findings that we just got? I'd be using them, I tell you. 15 pairs of earrings. Oh, not 15. How many did I count, Fleur?
8 pairs of earrings.
Thank you. 8 pairs of earrings just in that strand there. The rectangles, now these could be rings, couldn't they, if you wanted them to be, or earrings again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Again, 8 pairs of earrings or 16 rings you've got, and you've got your ovals there as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 again. So 16 gemstones on each strand. Can you see how the light hits them? Can you see that colour, that iridescence, just shining away beautifully? You've got such an organic look. In fact, you know, the kit that we just had, all of those pearls.
And with this 2-tone chain, because you've got the 2 different colours with the chain.
Nice. That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? £9.95. Is that not the lowest price we've ever seen for abalone? £3.30 something per strand. Now our budding beader Sandra has made a beautiful cuff today using the ovals. Look at that. Don't they look gorgeous? And how well they work with the copper colour wire or rose gold, if you like. But you know what, they'll go with anything. Put them with your yellow gold, put them with your silver as well if you want to. You could be, and actually, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Sandra would have had 4 gemstones left over as well. Another couple of pairs of earrings there, and that's just using 1 strand. If you've managed to get the pearls today in the kit, come in and get these as well. For me, Keshi pearls and abalone together is such an organic look, such a beautiful look. I would definitely be adding these to my order. 0800 644 655. What would you do with this, Fleur, if I gave you this this bundle as a challenge?
I'd definitely be putting them with the pearls. If I could have them with either of the pearls, either the lavender kit or the beautiful white pearls. To use them with chainmail, to use it like, do you know the butterfly weave that we did in the first kit?
Okay,
to do a butterfly weave and then to emulate it with maybe the ovals as well, so it keeps that nice continuous shape going all the way through. But earrings as well. And I'm starting to get into using wire to make rings, so I have made a couple.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely have a go at making just a simple ring, because I'm not like Claire. I can't do all the intricate. And Sandra's done the bangle, but yeah, no, they're fabulous, and because you've got the 2 sides as well. Earrings are perfect because when they move around, you know you can get different look from either side. Yeah,
they're perfect, aren't they? They're just beautiful, and I cannot believe we've taken them down to just £3.30 something per gemstone. You know, you've got your pairs there. They're perfect. You know, they lend themselves beautifully to flowers, don't they? For those of you making floral designs with these as well. You could put, I don't know, 5 or 6 of those together to give you that flower shape. Incorporate them into your pearls as well. You could be putting these in hair combs, into tiaras, if you wanted to, brooches. There's so many gemstones that you've got here, so much of your abalone. And it makes me think, holidays, of course, but white linen trousers, it's such a summery gemstone, isn't it? Chris in Hampshire. Oh, Chris, how are you, lovely? He says, hi, lovely Hannah and outstanding. Hi, lovely Hannah and outstanding Fleur.
Oh, thank you.
Abalone is stunning, and Bradley is watching and waiting. Oh, I don't think I'll be getting the maxi dress out now. It started raining. Could have worn the maxi dresses. Oh, it's cleared up now, so I can get the maxi dress back out. I tell you, Chris in Hampshire, I haven't said it much, have I? I've not said it much at all today. In fact, I haven't said it at all. I think, wow, everyone's like, hang on a minute, what's wrong with you, Hannah? You've not mentioned it once. I've changed. Turned over a new leaf. £9.95. Well done if you've managed to get that. Righty-ho. Okay. Oh, now I've got a choice. Oh, green apatite. I can... In fact, I don't think I've ever seen this at Jewellery Maker. I don't think I've ever seen green apatite on Jewellery Maker before. This is beauty. Oh, I've got the hiccups, I'm so sorry. The hiccup come out of nowhere then. Green apatite is very, very rare. Apatite is a rare gemstone anyway, but usually we used to see it in the blue variety. Green, my goodness me, do you know, when I've seen this set into jewellery, we've been talking 3 figures. In fact, when I've seen green apatite set into jewellery, I don't think I've ever seen it set into 925 sterling silver. I think I've only ever seen this gemstone set into solid gold before. That's the kind of precious metal it deserves. That's what I mean. Collector's gemstone, and we're bringing you nuggets. This is a fantastic opportunity to try out your green apatite here. You've got 50 carats. Mother Nature's backdrop you've got there. Completely natural gemstone. How luscious is that green? It's crossed between your peridot and your dark side for me. It's that tone is right in the middle, isn't it, of your peridot and your dark side there. It isn't really like any of the gemstone. In fact, if we'd have played Guess the Gemstone, I'd have been here till Christmas. I don't know what. I don't think I'd have been able to go for. Phil says, "What would you have gone for?" I actually don't think I'd have gone for anything because it's not like anything else, is it? It's not, you know, I couldn't say, well, it's like chrome oxide because it's not as deep in its tone. Obviously, peridot is more vivid in its tone. I just couldn't have said. I just wouldn't have had. If anything, I'd have probably gone with a dyed quartz of some kind, something that was dyed, because you wouldn't necessarily expect to see colour that is this luscious, and that really, really is a lush green. This in your Tree of Life. Oh, wow. Tree of Life designs. I mean, this would be high end. This is a collector's gemstone. Consider purchase? I think not. For collectors to be able to get 50 carats of green apatite at £6.95, get your certificate of authenticity. Extra 25 pence if you add it to your order, or you can print it off free of charge at the website www.jewellerymaker.com. It is well worth getting that certificate of authenticity, especially if you're somebody that likes to pass on your deals as well. You know, if you're popping this into a design and perhaps just £25, I'd be doubting the authenticity, I've got to be honest with you. I really would. £6.95 for your apatite. AIPO 74. Fleur, have you ever seen green apatite before?
No, I've never seen it. And I thought it was, only because I bought it from here. Is it Vuvianite?
Ah, Phil did mention that in my ear, Vuvianite.
Yeah, that's the only thing I thought it might be, because that's the only thing I've ever seen and I've only ever seen it once and bought it. I've never seen it before, green apatite. It's absolutely beautiful. Stunning, isn't it? And it really is like, you know, kind of grass green, isn't it?
It's
like a fern green, isn't it? Oh, just looking at the rainbow behind you, all the colours on the we've had quite a few green gemstones today. We could have made our own
green rainbow. AIPO 74, love this. Collectors are checking out and multi-buying for this one. This is the first for me here at Jewellery Maker. Not used to seeing green apatite at all, and when I have seen it in jewellery, it's been in solid gold. 0800 644 655. Lena, where's Delana? Yeah, Delana. A place called Delana. Yeah. I want to say Ireland.
I was going to say Spain.
Was you?
But I'm probably wrong.
I have no idea. Sweden. Fleur and I paid no attention in geography at school. I'm rubbish at geography.
I didn't even know where Sheffield was, where I grew up, unless I could see the bit of Hull, you know, when it goes out. And then I come across a little bit, and then I knew where Sheffield was.
Brilliant. There you go. Every day's a school day here at Jewellery Maker. AIPO 74. Well done if you've managed to get that. Right. Turquoise. Look at these. Another nugget strand for you. Oh, let's go to the beach. If only, if only. Oh, Tibetan turquoise, wow. This location for turquoise, very, very sought after. You know how collectors tend to go for the Zambian when it comes to amethyst, tends to be Colombian when it comes to emerald, Burma, ruby, Tibetan turquoise, oh my gosh. And this isn't just kind of 80 points. No, we are talking 80 carats of your Tibetan turquoise there. I just want to put it with the pearls that we had in the kit again. Pearls and turquoise together look phenomenal. Now this is 100% natural turquoise. Quite often we bring you reconstituted turquoise here at Jewellery Maker, nothing wrong with that, but this is natural turquoise. You're seeing that matrix in your gemstones, even in your nuggets there. Again, great opportunity to kind of try before you buy, if you like. Turquoise nuggets, there is something so beachy, I think, even more so. In fact, I think if I could have any kind of strand shape of turquoise, I think I'd always go for nuggets.
Yeah.
There's just something about the nugget form of turquoise that really appeals to me. It's so organic, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. I'd have to multi-buy as well, I've got to say. Look at those. I would definitely multi-buy. I'd get 4. I would get 4. £4.95 for Tibetan turquoise for you this afternoon. 2x1 to 8x1 millimetres. In your nuggets there, 0800 644 655. It is a gemstone that is instantly recognisable, isn't it? And you know, it's another one that it is never really mistaken for anything else. Have a look at this gemstone in silver boutiques and the prices. What colour findings, and why would you put with this, Fleur?
Silver. I would put silver, and I love turquoise and smoky quartz together with silver.
Ooh.
I love that kind of but there is jewellers that just do turquoise, and that's all, isn't there? I've seen a few, you know, and you go to some mainly seaside-y places, all they do is silver and turquoise.
Oh yeah.
They don't do anything else.
No, I've been in shops like that as well, and just have a look at the prices. You know, for a small carat weight of turquoise in 95 sterling silver, you could be paying high double figures. Have a look next time you go. 0800 644 6. That looks great with that smoky quartz. I've never ever thought to put that combination together before.
It was quite fashionable a couple of years ago to have your interior, your design, you know, always put those two kind of colours together. I just think it's a beautiful colour combination.
Great combination. Claire in Lancashire, you've got 2 collected in Greater London. Well done, Linda in North Yorkshire, Fiona in Nottinghamshire, Caroline, well done, Jane. Patricia in Bristol collected. I mean, £4.95 for turquoise you've got there. That is just... I don't think I've ever seen Tibetan turquoise go that low. Ever. I mean, when was the last time we had Tibetan turquoise? US we have, maybe. More often than not, actually, it's US. Tibetan turquoise, wow. Another thing, actually, with turquoise is, you know, if you are, and we found a lot of you kind of on the back of having the chakra pendants that we launched a couple of weeks ago, loads of you messaging in saying that, you know, you're kind of into the crystal healing side of it and everything like that. Have a look. You know, if you just type in turquoise on the search engine, there's so much about this gemstone. Just type that into a search engine, you can read pages and pages about it. £4.95 for you today. Well done, and well done if you've got a couple of those. I'm going to bring you the smoky quartz now. Brand new strand. Love these. Oh. See, straight away, it's this size, this shape. Stretchies. I mean, look at that. Chocolatey hue you've got there. If you perhaps don't like the harshness of a black gemstone in your designs and you want to go for a softer tone, maybe, smoky quartz, definitely it. I mean, the richness of colour in smoky quartz is beautiful. It's a very elegant gemstone. I've always thought I refer to it as the evening gemstone. Not officially, it's kunzite that's referred to as the evening gemstone, but for me, It's got this smoky like glamour about it. That is, I think it's a sexy gemstone, smoky quartz. It's just beautiful. 10mm in size. I mean, what would you do with these, Fleur?
Stretchy bracelets.
Yeah. It's just the obvious, isn't it? They're just the perfect size. And quite often, actually, I talk about Fleur stretchy bracelets. You've got them on all the time, haven't you? And you've got that one with jump rings in between. Just, you know, adding a little bit of luster in there. Pop your jump rings in between, but also you can add to that if you want. So if you wanted to pop a charm on there, you could, no problem at all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Probably looking at about 40 gemstones there. Wow. £5.95 for you today. How much would you sell stretchies for, Fleur?
I sell stretchy bracelets, and I always put a sterling silver bead, because we used to do these, and I bought lots of them when we had them, and I sell them at £20 each with a jump ring. So they've got sterling silver jump rings in between. If they haven't, then I sell them between £5 and £10, depending on the gemstone. So this one would be a £10, and you can get 2 stretchy bracelets, and you've got 2 left over for a pair of earrings. Or if you want to make chakra bracelets, then you've got, this is another gemstone that you can use for chakra bracelets.
See, and that's the thing, you could have your money back on your earrings, couldn't you? £5.95. You can make a lot of earrings with that if you wanted to. 0800 644 655. Pop it with your pearls as well. Smoky quartz and pearls are lush together. They really, really are. But you could put this with anything you like, because you've got that tone, you know, that dark tone there. There isn't anything that this wouldn't work with. Put it with your greens, put it with your blues, put it with your pearls, you know, put it with your clear gemstones. If you're going for simple stretchy bracelets, get them stacking and racks at the wrist, you know, your clear quartz in there maybe as well. Some of your rose quartz, which again looks great with your smoky quartz. 235 carats you have there. I mean, when we break that down individually, per gemstone, they're huge, absolutely huge. SDPO06 is your code for this one. Well done if you've managed to get those. I love that strand. They are chocolate and cream. They are latte. They are cappuccino.
I had some chocolates that were like that last night. Those Belgian
shell
ones.
Oh, don't. I love them. Had them for breakfast a couple of weeks ago. Have to. My son always buys, well, you know, I buy. My husband them for his birthday and Christmas. Always has to have a box of those. So we always have like a tradition that we have them for breakfast next day. Just in bed eating those chocolates. Well, it only happens twice a year. These are beautiful. Do you know what I love about these? It's those chocolatey swirls that you get within that gemstone, like coffees and creams you've got there, but you still get with that colour the iridescence that you should see with your shell. So you're still getting those flashes. I mean, the green, it is literally like the Northern Lights. The greens and the pinks coming through here are just phenomenal. Look at them go. I mean, what would you do with these, Fleur? I would eat them.
I eat them. No, I wouldn't eat them.
Don't do that.
I would put these with something like the green apatite and make a longer necklace. So I'd put some chips in between them, because I personally like these better than I like the abalone. I know that's...
Do you? No.
Yeah.
No.
Personal choice.
Yeah,
but for
of course.
me, I love these more than anything. I think they're absolutely beautiful, because you've got that rainbow of colour coming through them. You could put them through with anything. I mean, with the smoky quartz, with the turquoise. You know, they'd look beautiful with any of those.
Wow.
And rose gold.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just love. I think these and these particular colours as well. I could lose myself in those gemstones. I could quite happily sit here for the rest of the show and just look at the iridescence in your shells there, and those gorgeous, rich, chocolatey colours that you've got there. 20 by 15 millimetres in size. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20 individual gemstones. That's 10 pairs of earrings for you there. £7.95. I think for me, that's what I'd do, earrings, especially with the iridescence that you've got here, because as they catch the light, you're going to see those gorgeous greens, those beautiful pinks coming through there as well. IQ GP79 is your code for
lovely
this one.
stretchy bracelet with those and put them point to point so they look like little bow ties.
Oh, what a great idea. That would work so well, wouldn't it? Kind of point to point. Oh, you see, you could do that. That would look so nice. But I've never think to put gemstones like this in simple stretches. Always kind of go for the big rounds, but that would really, really work, wouldn't it? Or you could even just use one of these as a charm on the bracelet that I had in the kit earlier on. You know, the perfect shape for that, for bag charms, for key rings as well. £7.95. That is just pennies per gemstone there. IQ GP79. Irene in Tynemere, Joanne, Patricia in Bristol, Tanya in Nottinghamshire, Christina in the West Midlands. You've got yours. Congratulations. Collect it in Glamorgan. Collect it in Merseyside. Diane in Yorkshire. Well done to you. Collect it in the Isle of Wight. Mike in East Sussex. Alison. Well done. Madeline in South Yorkshire. You've got yours. Jean in Derbyshire. Well done on the telephone lines. Do remember it's a free telephone number. It's been really, really busy this afternoon, and we have seen queues of up to 5 minutes today. But do you know what? We got through those calls so quickly, and it didn't cost you a single penny. Well done, Neil in South Yorkshire. Susan, you're there in Durham. Well done, Collect It in Glamorgan. You're there as well. Elaine, well done to you. 0800 644 655. Double. Oh no! Could you tell me when the jam party is? I need to get a ticket. It finished 22 minutes ago. Or the other garden party. Wendy said she's doing another one. Do you mean that one? This one finished 22 minutes ago. The other garden party, I don't know when it is, although it's not going to be a garden party, I don't think, because it's going to be a couple of months in the planning by that time. Well, you never know, we might actually have summer by then. Either way, do you know what? I'll chase Wendy after the show, actually, because I don't want to miss the next one either. I want to be able to sit in there for the afternoon and watch all the demos and speak to all of our lovely customers. So we will let you know, keep you updated on that. Hope you don't mean this one. Right. Woo! Fleur, what would you do with jump rings of this size? I think this is probably the biggest size we bring, isn't it? 20mm.
It is in the different colours, yeah. We did have some hollow tube ones on Tuesday, which was slightly bigger.
Really?
But you didn't get this amount.
Yeah.
And all the different colours as well. I would say that these are absolutely perfect if you want to practice chainmail like I do with my large coloured jump rings.
Okay,
so that you can see where the weave's going to go.
Yeah.
So you could actually, because it's supersized again, you can see where that weave's going to go because you've got the 4 colours, and I don't tend to use more than 4 colours in any design, you know, if you were to like colour code it if you like to learn it. So they'd be perfect for that, but they're great for like bag straps and straps for your maxi dress, that kind of thing.
You see, I tell you, Chris in Hampshire, Fleur said it more than me today. Do you know, you're going to get 40 of each. They're 16mm, I beg your pardon, not 20mm in size. You've got your silver, your gold, your rose gold, and your bronze plated jump ring, 16mm in size. But as you said, Fleur, you know, as well, if you are a teacher and you're teaching chainmail and you need, because I know a couple of people have messaged in before when you've been on and said, where did you get your coloured jump rings from? So if you do want that bigger size, perhaps for teaching or just to see how that particular weave is going to look, then come in and get these. But as Fleur said, just use them, you know, for bag straps. That would look so designer, it really, really would. 160 pieces, that's 40 each, 40 of each colour. £29.95, and you've got your storage box as well. So when you finish with your jump rings, do you know, Fleur, I can't imagine you ever finishing with jump rings. Like I imagine you to have your stash topped up before you've even got anywhere near finished.
Yeah, definitely. I couldn't not have jump rings just in case.
If you had to hazard a guess as to how many actual jump rings you have?
Yeah, I've got, do you know the big storage boxes that you know that you buy from the Swedish place? I've got one of those full to the top with jump rings. And that's just my copper plated ones. And then my sterling silver box isn't as big. Yeah. But it is.
Maybe you could bring that box in and we could just pop it there. And you know when you go to a supermarket and there's a car full of balloons and you guess how many are in there? Who's going to count them out?
Yeah.
Wow.
I reckon there's... Well, I use 3,000 jump rings a week. So.
3,000 a week? Goodness me. Fleur Hastings. I tell you what, that's like front page of the JM News today. Fleur Hastings uses 3,000 jump rings a week. You need jump rings anonymous, you do, don't you? GXAZ 25, £19 and 95 pence for you today. So that's 156,000 a year. 156,000 jump rings a year.
Quite a lot of them go on Jewellery Maker kits.
Yeah.
That I do, but then obviously the commissions and that. Yeah, I think I've got a problem, haven't I?
Oh well, maybe just a little bit. 156,000 jump rings a year.
That's why I can use my back, because I use them so quick.
Of course, yeah. I bet you're opening and closing jump rings in your sleep, aren't you? Unbelievable. GXAZ 25, £19 and 95 pence. You've got for it to have 1,660 jump rings there. That's phenomenal, isn't it? Phenomenal value. I've just mixed all those colours up. Sorry, Mike. Sorry. Mike's like, oh my gosh. She's actually mixed the colours up. Wow. Wasn't really thinking. Sorry. Green bundle. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Greens. Love, love, love the greens. Look at those. Again, stretches for me. All together would look phenomenal. Got 6mm rounds here. I think, you know, even if you are, which I was, somebody that never used to like green gemstones, if you don't like green gemstones, just get some into your stash anyway. Because what you'll find is that they work with anything and everything, because it is Mother Nature's backdrop. You know, even if you don't put it in with another gemstone, just have it anyway. Have it on your craft stool, create yourself a couple of pieces and just have it there, because it is a fact that when you walk into a room, there are two colours you are instantly drawn to. One is red and one is green. Always have something green or red on your craft stool. This is the perfect bundle to be coming in for. There isn't anything you can't do with the 6mm round. You know, from macrame through to your kumihimo, through to your chainmail, absolutely anything and everything you could be using these for. You've got 3 individual strands there, 80 carats, that's 240 carats in each strand you've got there. They're 35 centimetres each. And they're less than £2 per strand for you today. I love, love, love. Do you like green gemstones?
I love green gemstones, yeah. I love chromed outside and peridot.
Oh, I know. See, I'm always one of those, like, how can you not? But the amount of people that I meet and that I know that say, yeah, I don't like green gemstones. But I get it, because I used to be exactly the same. But always, always have something green. Or red, if you like, on your craft stall. It's beautiful. Look at those. That's for me. Job done. Restranded. That would look gorgeous. 0800 644 655 QWGC79 is your code for this one. Just pop a little spacer beads in between those as well, would look really beautiful. In fact, these would look gorgeous in a macrame or kumihimo design as well. Mix them up with your coloured threads maybe as well. You know, if you want to go for a really fun design, a rainbow design, use all your coloured Esselons with these and incorporate those into the same design if you want to jazz that up, if you want to make it fun. But thinking about your gemstone stash right now, is there anything in there that you can think of that these won't work with? I mean, I could put any strands that I've brought to you so far. You know, the smoky quartz, the turquoise, the green apatite. They're all going to work beautifully with green. £5.95 is an added to your order price tag. Maybe you've been shopping with us all day today and you've not even opened up your order yet. You're going to have to do it. You've got to do it. They're fabulous. Well done if you got those. Text message, I'm at today's party. Oh no, half an hour ago it finished. I'm so sorry. 1st of July, always next year. Well, hopefully, you know, we have the Christmas party as well, don't we? That's a good one, the Christmas party. We have the Christmas party. Wendy said we're going to have another party before next summer party, I think. So it's just, I love the parties, me. Love them.
Oh, you could come on a workshop, because they're like parties as well.
Well, they are, they are. They are really, because you get the buffet, you get the crazy guest designers as well. Do you know, I would, yeah, you get to come in here and have a look around as well. You get to spend your money in the shop, get all those discount prices. Have a look at the workshops. They're on the website, JewelleryMaker.com. Have a look at what's up and coming. And you can actually book online as well now. I need to do some more. I haven't done one for ages. I love the workshops. Have a look at these. Whoa. Pink. They are so pink. 35 carats. In fact, I'm going to bring back the green. Wow, look at those together. They look fabulous, don't they? Two different sizes. You have your 8mm and your 4mm. 8mm and your 4mm. What would you do with these, Fleur? They're so fun.
I'd put these with some white shells and have them with white shell in between and have a real beach look to them. Or some black spinel or something like that.
That would look nice, wouldn't it? I like your thinking, going with the beach theme there. They're really, really pretty, aren't they? But really fun as well. If you just want to inject colour into your designs, they are the perfect colour to do that as well. And also, kids break up here in the Midlands, 3 weeks today. Yep, 3 weeks. That is it. That's it then. Home for the summer. I was talking to one of our customers today in the workshop about the summer holidays. She's got 6 children. That'll be those will be the people that don't enjoy the 6 weeks holiday as much as I do. But, you know, if you've got children at home, as you know, it can be quite expensive to kind of fill your day up, especially if it's raining, which, let's face it, it probably will for a lot of it. Trying to do stuff that's affordable, it's quite difficult. Get them into jewellery making. You know, the girls and the boys love it as well. Lola, guest designer Claire's daughter, obviously she's been brought up with it. But, you know, they all love it. All absolutely love it. Come in, get yourself a few strands, some simple threading materials, even just an essentials, threading essentials pack. Off of our website, so you'd have your beading thread, your clear elastic and your monofilament. Just make some stretchy bracelets. These gemstones are perfect for doing that. 165 carats in one strand, 35 carats in your other strand there. 0800 644 655 or on the web today at JewelleryMaker.com. Tell you what, the deals. Ooh. Shocking, I tell you. Emily in the West Midlands says, ooh. Love these colours. Can't get enough. Love you all, JM. Oh, get them, Emily. Alison in Somerset says the workshops are fab. I love the workshops. Love them. Do you know, all of our guest designers, and you know this already because we have our guest designers come onto our shows every day and do a demonstration. I don't know, I don't have patience. I don't think I could be a teacher because I don't have enough patience, but all of you just are so patient and explain everything really easily. Just makes it so much easier, doesn't it, to pick things up quickly. So get yourself on the workshop. In fact, I'm going to have a look when I come off. Today. Right, cable chain. Have you got a workshop coming up anytime soon, Fleur?
Next Sunday, pearl knotting projects.
Oh, what projects?
Pearl knotting projects. And then I've got a new chainmail one as well, the week after. Intermediate chainmail.
There you go. Now, I have half of this chain missing, Phil. It's the chain that comes in 2 halves. I'll show you one half. This is just half what you're getting. Don't worry, you will get. You know, like the bracelet I had earlier on? So it's just like the bracelet that I had earlier on. It will come in 2 halves. This, for me, is fabulous. Because I am somebody that is not confident enough to go and cut a 9-2. Oh, no, that's not the right one, is it? I don't have the right chain, Phil. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Well, no, this is definitely... I've got the right chain here, but I don't think that picture is the same one. That's the wrong picture. Well, says Mike. Lie. I tell you, that looks... I don't think we could get that close, could we? I mean, you'd have to be mighty close for that. Okay. Have a look on my chain. Now let's look at the recording.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go with Fleur then. She's saying it is. I trust Fleur.
Don't trust me.
Anyway, you will get 2 halves. So the one half is 20 centimetres, is going to come with your fish lock, and the other half is 25 centimetres in length. So you do have, if you like, a finished chain in that it's got your clasp and your extended chain, but in the centre, just like the bracelet that we had earlier on, and I'm going to show you this again, this is what you could do. So you could add yourself, as Fleur did with the bracelet, a little chainmail design, a little bit of chainmail in the centre there, and this is the bracelet version, so you can add anything you like into the centre. So it could just be, you know, a gemstone that's popped onto an eye pin and then added in as a connector. It could be one of our connectors. It could be the connector from the sterling silver kit that we had earlier on, in fact. So you can pop anything you like into the middle. But as I was saying, for me, I'm not confident enough to get my kitters next to 925 sterling silver. I've said this so many times before. It's just, I cannot do it. It doesn't matter, you know. Also, it's 925. It's a precious metal, so I'm always a bit like, I can't do it. If you're exactly the same, get something like this. Then you can add in those gemstones. You could add in a polymer clay bead. You could add in a resin bezel if you wanted to. You could add some macrame or kumihimo in the centre if you wanted to. Anything at all. But that's going to give you so many more options for your design, isn't it? And to know that it's finished already, so you haven't actually got to cut that, that's brilliant for me. 0800 644 655 DUNQ 67 is your code for this one. How much? Wow. That's a 925 sterling silver chain. If we look at the total length on this one, so it's 45 centimetres that you get in, so just shy of 18 inches. Once you've added your gemstone or that little section in the middle, you're probably going to be looking at approximately 18 inches in length on that one. I mean, this is great, isn't it, Fleur?
It is.
You were able to do this.
Yeah, because I mean, you could extend it by quite a lot actually, because you could put, if you put 5 inches of a precious gemstone, you know, you could put some sapphire in the middle onto a bar and just attach it either end, just with 2 jump rings. That's all you need to to create that look. And you could have a matching set, so you could have the bracelet and the necklace with the same design in the middle.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Such a great idea, isn't it? So I know you're only looking at 1 here. You will get 2, by the way. It's just that they haven't sent the other one over. So it comes in 2 halves. So it's not like you need to come in and you need to buy 2 to actually make the design. You only need 1 and it will come in 2 halves. So on this half that I've got your extender chain, on the other half will be your lobster claw fastening on that as well. So you're going to have your 2 halves to connect together. I've got so many of you multi-buying on this one. Massive, massive well done. Lena in Nottinghamshire's got 2, Louise in Hertfordshire's got 2, Lena in Delana's got 2, Francois in East Sussex, well done. Agat in Surrey, you've got 3, Ali in the Isle of Man's got 3, Alice in Hampshire's got 3, Tracy in Nottinghamshire's got 2, Collector in the Highlands, you've got 2, well done. Angelina in Merseyside. Pretty much every person that is checking out right now is multi-buying. That is 925 sterling silver that you have there. I cannot believe that we've taken this down to just £6.95. Remember, you know, this is adding value to all of your designs as well. And in fact, Fleur, you could even have, couldn't you, literally both halves on your craft stall and just say to your customer, what would you like?
Choose.
Yeah.
If you got the diamond kit from tomorrow, if you're lucky enough to get that diamond kit tomorrow, because I've seen those beautiful black diamonds, you could put a black diamond in the middle.
I tell you.
And then that would just, the price of that necklace then would just skyrocket.
Can you imagine? The kit that I've got coming up for you tomorrow, by the way, black diamonds, blue diamonds, and 925 sterling silver. Took it round to the in the garden party earlier on. You may have seen the little advert earlier on. Biggest saving we've ever made you on a kit tomorrow. Obviously, it's going to be considered. There are blue diamonds in that kit. I've never seen blue diamonds here at Jewellery Maker before. But the saving that we're going to make you on that diamond kit tomorrow is £180 saving. That's like, could be, you know, that could be your month's budget that we're saving you in one auction tomorrow. The bad news is there's only 30 available. Now, I saw at least 5 people in the garden party today that are going to hopefully be watching at 3 o'clock tomorrow to get that kit. 3 o'clock tomorrow. Deal of the day tomorrow as well. Pink diamonds. Pardon? Pink diamonds.
Pink.
Yeah.
Pink diamonds.
Deal
tomorrow.
of the day tomorrow. Pink diamonds.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
I can't do anything now between 11 o'clock and 4 o'clock. I
don't know if we're going to have any left by 4. I've got to be honest with you, because I don't think we've got a huge quantity either. Don't think we've got a huge quantity. So if you can watch at 11, if not, come back at 4. You can check at 8. Pink. Oh, pink diamonds. Crazy. Right. Have a look. Ooh. Luster-tastic. Wow. Check out the luster. Ah, do you know, it's one of those. I don't know how close we can get, but if you can see the links on this chain, very, very different to what we're used to seeing. So you don't have oval links with this, you've got little drops. Oh, aren't they beautiful? 16 inches in length. It is 925 sterling silver, but this is also rhodium plated. Now, having 925, as we're always telling you, you know, that's going to put the value up of your pieces already. That's adding that value. But the fact that this is rhodium plated, oh, next level, next level. Rhodium is part of the platinum family. And also with your 925 anti-tarnish, that's exactly what you need. That's going to stop your 925 from tarnishing. £5.95. Get out of town. £5.95. Only got, look, even from there, look at that luster. How pretty is that? It's gorgeous, isn't it? A rhodium plate. I tell you what, we won't be beating on price tag. I am so confident. You can spend till Christmas doing your research. £5.95 for rhodium plated 925 chain. Oh my days. Oh my days. 0800 644 655. Right. Phone lines are clear at the moment, and there's only a couple of people with these in baskets. Has the penny dropped? Are you maybe thinking that we've done something wrong, price is going to go back up? We're at £5.95 for a finished 925 sterling silver chain that is rhodium plated. Do you know, let's just move on. I'll have them all. I will have them all. You wouldn't have to do anything to this. Just sell it on as it is. I'd put £25 on this. It's rhodium plated. 800 644 655. What would you do with this, Fleur? Would you do anything? Would you sell some on as they are?
I'd probably, yeah, but I've got quite a few pendants at home that I've never got chains for because I've only got one chain and I have to keep changing them over every time I want to wear a different pendant.
Okay, yeah.
So I've got a lovely pearl pendant and I would probably pop that in there. So that's,
wow.
But yeah, you always need chains because they're great for presents, and if you make little pendants as well, or a big wire weight pendant, or a chainmail pendant, you need something to put it on. So it's, you know, like you say, it's ready made, but you could wear that just by itself. It's got so much luster,
isn't it? Just gorgeous. Lisa in Surrey, I want to high five you because you've just got 5. You've just got 5 of these. That is the way to be shopping. Margaret in Essex, you've got 2. Wendy in Surrey's got 2. Margaret in Wrexham's got 2. Lena in Delana's got 2. Elizabeth in Oxfordshire, well done, you've got yours. Tina in Devon, collect it in the Highlands. Melanie in Wrexham, you're there. Hilda in Surrey. Deborah in Tyne and Weir, congratulations to you. UZPO29 is your code for this one. As quickly as you can, check out. These are last of stock. Seeing you dialing in now, that's the way to do it. Well done. Oh my goodness. I've just been handed some jewellery. Now, I've never seen blue diamonds here at Jewellery Maker before. These are coming up in the kit tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Blue diamonds, how pretty. Oh my days. These black diamonds. In 925 sterling silver. Obviously, this is going to be a considered kit that we've got tomorrow. There's only 30 chances. And the saving that we're going to make you on this kit is £180. Do you know, I'm going to be nervous. Phil just said, are you excited? I'm really, really nervous. Handling a strand of blue diamonds, for starters. Second off, I mean, it's probably, it's the most high-end kit I've ever brought to you, and it's coming up at 3 o'clock tomorrow after blue diamonds. Can you imagine this in a boutique? Can you imagine the price tag of something like this in a boutique? Wendy and Surrey says, bought these previously, stunning, sold one on for 3 times the price. Wow. Oh my gosh, that is just so pretty. I think that's our Becky, is it? Wow, so pretty. Oh wow, I cannot wait. I mean, can I borrow these until tomorrow? Actually, no, I don't want to. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Where's the jewellery, Hannah? I forgot it. I forgot to bring it. Wow, they are stunning. Okay, right. Vuvianite, it's green. Look at me, look at that colour. Wow, wow, wow. The only gemstone that I can kind of, this comes close to is Sphene. For its colour. Fabulous, fabulous colour you've got here. A real olive green hue that you've got there. They are phenomenal. 25 carats of your Vuvianite you've got there. 15 centimetre strand, 5x4 to 8x6 millimetres in size. Completely natural. 100% natural. And again, look at the colour. Whoa! How would you even begin to describe that tone of green? You know how earlier on with the appetite, I was like, you know, kind of really fresh green grass. You know, these are so vivid. That is like a lime, the juiciest lime green I think you've ever seen. 25 carats in total you've got here, and there are so many gemstones on this strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 26 individual gemstones. Collector's gemstones. I can count on one hand the amount of times I've seen this gemstone. Originally discovered at Mount Vesuvius in Italy and named after its location, hence the name Vuvianite. £17.95 for you today. Not your price. JNMD79 is your code for this one at just £12.95 for you this afternoon. Now is the time to be getting involved. I tell you, that price tag is phenomenal. Can I just say that honestly and genuinely, I would have expected this strand to be $39.95 bottom. Yeah, $39.95 absolute push. Maybe $29.95 in a clearance. We're at £12.95. That is just phenomenal. So this would look great with those smoky quartz in between the smoky quartz rounds. They look lovely, wouldn't they? £12.95 is just phenomenal. Loads of you coming in, loads of collectors there. Kathy in Greater London, well done. You've got yours collected in the Highlands. Patricia in Bristol, Jennifer in County Antrim. Christina in the West Midlands, Deborah in Tyne-Wear, Jenny in Bristol, you've got yours as well. Congratulations to you. If you've not dialed yet, you can still do it now. 0800 644 655. Webbers, get checking out as soon as you can. £12.95. Phenomenal. I was looking for my Labradorite stars. I don't have them. I've got a brand new strand coming up for you. Brand new strand. When we think about the shapes of Labradorite that we've ever seen, we've seen rounds, we've seen faceted rounds, we've seen drops, we've seen pairs, we've seen coins. rectangles. Have we seen stars? I don't think we have we? Labradorite. Oh, do you know what? This is like an absolute dream come true, isn't it? Labradorite, it kind of transports me to outer space. Whenever I see this gemstone, I always say for me, the labradorescence in labradorite reminds me of the moon on the ocean at night time. So if you've ever seen, if you've ever been for a walk on the beach and you see the moon on the ocean at night time, that gorgeous, shimmery, bluey, greeny, silvery hue, that's what it reminds me of. So the stars, very apt. They are beautiful. How fun! I mean, charms, handbag charms on the bracelet again that we had earlier on. It could be significant, couldn't it? Who is the star in your life? Thank you. Gosh, that took a while, didn't it? You are Hannah. 10 millimeters in size, brand new strand. That is so fun. 130 carats, brand new. And do you know what? You could be the last people. You could be the last people to get this into your stash today as well. This is generally what happens with brand new strands. 0800 644 655. With labradorite, it is all about the angle in which the light hits the gemstone to enable you to see that labradorescence. We're at £5.95. Do you know what I'm thinking with this, Fleur? The earring findings that we have. The different, that's just reminding me, I need to bring some earring findings for Gemma Crow. The 3 different lengths of chain. Yeah. And if you have different lengths of chain and then have stars dropping on them, how pretty would that look? Beautiful. What would you do with them?
These would be for my wish bracelets with the hemp cord.
Perfect. Yeah.
So you only need 1 per card. Mm-hmm. So and they, those cards, you can sell them anywhere between £3 and £5.
Yeah.
People sell them for. So
wow.
For me, that's what I would use them with.
They're beautiful, because the labradorescence as well is just incredible. Can I just say that the screen's not doing these justice at all. It is all about the angle in which the light hits the gemstone. I'm looking down and there's just so many blues coming through. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 40, 2, 4. There's 44, that's 44 wish bracelets for Fleur there. 44 wish bracelets. Can you see it's all about the angle in which the light hits the gemstone? They are just phenomenal. There we go, look. Oh, rainbow of labradorescence you've got there. £5.95 for you. 130 carats, that is. Mrs N in Cumbria, you've just got 4. Well done. Collect it in Yorkshire, Nugget in Surrey, Pamela in Lancashire, collect it in Bedfordshire, collect it in Derbyshire, Abby, Linda, Gemma in Bristol, Francois, Patricia in Bristol, Neil, Barbara, well done. Collect it in Essex, Claire in Lancashire, you're there as well. £5.95 for a brand new strand. Simple pair of earrings. If you just use 2 of the gemstones, what kind of prices are you going to pop on yours? You going to have your money back on 1 pair of earrings? I think you will, even if you're using plated copper. FQGP27 is your code for these ones. 0800 644 655. About 30 to 40 in baskets right now. Make sure you're confirming as soon as you possibly can for those. Sylvia in Staffordshire, Suzanne, Claire in Lancashire, Karen in North Derbyshire, you've just got yours. Barbara in Surrey, Sylvia, well done to you. You've just got yours. Collect it in Greater Manchester. Neil in South Yorkshire, you're there as well. Congratulations to you. You could mix this with the shapes. If you've got any of your, I'm in fact thinking about strands. I can only think of 1 strand, and that's an amethyst strand that we had of stars. Hematite stars, we do those quite a lot as well. Get all of those star-shaped gemstones together. They'd look fantastic, wouldn't they? Clusters and tassels. Pauline, well done. Sharon, Denise in Lancashire, Sharon in Denbighshire, you've got yours. About 15 in baskets. Gorgeous. Do you know what? I've had a ball today. It's gone very, very quickly. It's been really, really busy as well. I'm going over. Now, lots of you still with things in your baskets. You had the kits today. We had a pearl kit, had the lavender opal, the amethyst, and the pearls. It was the lavender coloured pearls, wasn't it, as well? There's still chances left, All you need to do is go onto the web, www.jewellerymaker.com. If there's anything still left from today's show, that's where you're going to find it. So just make sure that you are checking it out. That kit went down to £33.95. You had so much. Do you know, it's just beautiful. Look at those pearls. They are gorgeous. In fact, the first kit worked very, very well with the second kit as well. So maybe if you've got one, get the other. Just saying. It's maybe what I would do. Save on your P&P. When are you back, Fleur?
Wednesday with you.
Are you?
Yes, Wednesday with you.
Oh, lovely. Have you had your kit? Oh, I hope you've had your kit. Anyway, what have you got?
We've got chainmail for the first kit and perspex and chainmail for the second kit.
Ooh.
Because it's 1980s day, so we're going to go all colour pop.
Can you come in your shell suit? I know that's 90s, 80s.
It's more like Madonna, fluorescent colours.
Excellent.
Lace gloves.
Oh yeah, dressing up for that one. Make sure you are staying with us because Zena is up next. Who's with you?
I got Sarah Elvin.
Sarah Elvin on the Late Show for you this evening. Lots of treats coming up as well. I had a sneaky peek of what they've got coming up. So do make sure you stay tuned. You'll get your third chance to get the deal of the day at 8 o'clock as well. You've got a fantastic Abalone bundle. I'm back tomorrow on the mid show at 1 o'clock with the most amazing diamond kit I think I've ever seen. Biggest saving that we've ever brought to you on a kit. £180 saving on the kit I have for you tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Alice and Terry. Stay tuned because Zena will be up in just a couple of minutes' time. I'm here with Gail, who's come all the way from York to be with us at the garden party today. How are you, Gail?
I'm fine, thank you.
I just wanted to grab you to show you one of our kits that we've got coming up tomorrow because we are going to make you one of the biggest savings we've ever made you here at Jewellery Maker. Let me show you this. Black diamonds, blue diamonds and 925 sterling silver.
And this is all in one kit?
That's all one kit all together. Because you're not used to seeing diamonds, are you, in a kit together? They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Absolutely beautiful.
Can I tell you how much that we're going to be saving you on that kit tomorrow?
Yes, please do.
£180 saving.
That's amazing, absolutely amazing. They sparkle in the natural sunlight, they're absolutely gorgeous.
So do you think you'll be able to watch tomorrow at 3 o'clock?
Oh yes, for definite.
Brilliant. We've only got 30 chances, so I'll have everything crossed for you. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you.